Hello everyone, and welcome to the Puking Lizard. For those of you listening to my tale, drinks are on the house, as long as that drink is water. I can't afford to give you anything else. A traitor in hiding on the lam, saving themselves or their souls be damned, forcing themselves to live and survive, a life of love they have been deprived. One strong of will, with determination, fighting against their own condemnation, intense rage hidden in their core, a fight to death to settle the score. Baptized in the river that you call time, we praise the one, yes, our true divine. You will see us coming for 1,000 years, you will know us then as every fear. Careful and cautious, with no foresight, barely able to tell their left from their right, forced to be a hero by fate's design, how long will they last, a future so benign? Again, only water, please. I don't have the money to give you all liquor, thank you. Once in the shadows, never found, although with shackles always bound. It won't be easy, but I must change the fate's design to escape this cage. The power in grasp to tear the veil, to remake this world my holy grail. The heroes I need, the gullible sort, to fall for my scheme without retort.
Okay, since most of you understand college level English, do you guys know what ethos, logos, and pathos is?
God, I don't want to be back in that class.
Tanner does not. I'm gonna have you re-roll it.
I barely passed high school, my dude.
Okay.
Your homework this week is to figure out what that means, Tanner.
No,
I'm kidding.
don't. I don't want to answer that question.
89? I hope it's a more complicated word.
I hope. It'd be really funny. And watch Tanner know this one. No. 89. Okay. I'm guessing you guys don't know tarot cards either.
I
Oh
do
my
know
God.
tarot.
I do.
I used to
do
do
know
tarot
tarot.
card readings in a coffee shop.
My goodness.
I know.
Okay.
Wait. I know like this much.
I have the
and it's
official
only
D&D
because
tarot set.
The other day, I'm sitting at work, and without giving names, one of the usual evening ladies that was covering for the overnight lady turns to me and was like, "Can I tell you about these cards?" And I'm just kind of like, I don't like you. Please stop talking to me.
The only reason I know about tarot cards is because of Binding of Isaac, but other than that,
I mean, we're doing like the full 78 card suite, right? Like
yeah.
magician, up and down.
So what it is
up
is
and down, high priestess, empress.
What major arcana tarot card best describes or represents your character?
Hey Siri, what is my tarot card? She's confused just as much as I am right now.
Okay, if you need a new question, I'll just roll for it this time.
Bugs
I
is
would
not
say to
allowed-
3.
Bugs is not allowed to roll anymore.
Are you sure? Are you sure? You don't want me to? You don't want me to do another one? What if my character has like 3 cards that I would associate with him?
You know
Yeah,
what,
right,
Bugsy,
like
you can
man-
answer that one.
I'll roll again. It's fine. I can if you
I'm
want.
like, I don't know. 3 of
But,
Swords seems to be my deal.
Yeah, go ahead, roll again. We'll do it.
Okay.
I'm
A
sorry.
little bit of lag on my side.
81.
81. Just a couple above or down?
A
South,
couple down.
whatever.
Couple down. South. Also, I
Oh,
probably
here
would
we
have said
go.
devil.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say that for you. I was about to absolutely agree. All right, so we're gonna start with. Let me look at the picture. We're gonna start with Wallace for this question, right? Yeah, it's Wallace. All right, Mr. Wallace, what does your name mean to you?
Well, you see, I go by W. Wallace, right? And of course, the last name is Wallace, and the first name is Wallace. And what that says to be about me is that my old grandpappy, forgot his name, Wallace, was not happy about his first name, so to spite Terry, or to Drago as some call him, he called me Wallace. He called my father Wallace, so nobody could ever get it wrong. So that my name is a legacy of spite and hatred. But more so, I go by W as my first name, and I just call myself W Wallace because I'm just the biggest W on the planet. That is all.
Peak.
My boy!
That was my favorite one so far. All right, next is Cathara. What does your name mean to you?
So, my first name is rather important to me. I'm quite fond of it. There are certain nicknames that I'm not fond of. But my last name kind of holds a lot of emotion for me, and usually negative ones. So I go by Underbow and not my actual last name.
Understandable.
I don't like being associated with them.
Sorry.
Big sad for Cathara. All right, Bo Peep, what is your name? And real answer, what does your name mean to you?
Okay, so Bo Peep is a new beginning, but it also is trickery. Ockleys, however, is a death of a previous life.
I'm sorry, you want to talk about trickery? Trying to spell that name is a
Name drop?
complete nightmare.
Bo Ockleys Pepe?
Never fucking
Just wait till you have to spell Ockleys Pepe. You're gonna freaking.
Guys,
Pepe.
I'm
Oh,
putting
God.
in my resignation
hell.
form now.
I already did art for Bo Peep, and it's cool too.
All right, Cluck, what does your name mean to you?
Alright.
Oh, also untethered from death.
I like that. That's fancy.
Well, my name, it comes from the first noise we make when we are born. The last name is from a great man that was actually recently associated with the great Colonel Sandev due to his great success in fitness and his impeccable plumage around his facial features. And so so Clucky, I get my name from my first noise and from the great man of great plumage.
So, the only thing I can think of is when Chicken Arakakra are born, they're like, what do you want to be named? And they're all like, Rah! So, all Chicken Arakakra.
Yeah, there's a couple of Raws in my
Cluck,
Yeah,
Screech.
there was at least 3 Clucks. Yeah, there was Cluck, there was Screech, there was Gra.
Just straight up
Yeah.
screaming.
I'm keeping that
Yeah.
for my kid, by the way. Katie wants, if it's a boy, my Katie wants to name them Sora. But low key, after they stop crying, the first noise they make, that's their name. If they go, that's your name. Your name is now.
You're gonna be like,
You gotta make the noise.
and
too.
you're gonna be like, hey, come downstairs for dinner. Like you can't yell that name in an argument. Or you're gonna be like, come on,
Don't you talk back to me.
Yeah, don't you talk back to me.
Go do your homework.
Mute. They'll just think you're constantly mocking them. Wah! Get out of here. Wah!
Get out of here. Where? I'm like, everyone, wow, this dude's awful. And I mean, you are, but not for the reasons they're thinking.
Oh, good lord.
All right, well,
Chewbacca Star-Lord. just the worst names possible. Like,
Oh, and what NPC did you guys want me to be?
Oh, bro, who's even in this game? Every time we come back here, I don't even remember what's going on. Tell me about the guy who got his back shattered last time.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Oh, fuck.
hmm.
I'm putting my money on that one, too. I'm putting my money on that one.
Bertalgan.
Hmm.
The guy who stole all my gold at the carnival.
Did we actually meet him though?
You
I
never
don't
met
think
me,
we did.
no.
He has
Just-
zero personality. He's just like,
Straight up in passing.
Oh, I rolled a d4, I rolled a 3, and that's bugs. So, so my full name is Emmett Brotelgan. My first name doesn't mean much to me, it's just what was given to me at birth, but my last name is my biological father's. Originally, I was raised by my adoptive human father's first name. Last name. But when I ended up ending him, I shed that skin and emerged from the cocoon I was in for 16 years as a new being, as Brotalga. Which is why I have people call me that instead of my first name, because as much as I love my mother, and she was the one that chose Emmett, so I will always hold on to that name. But Brotalgan means that I am a better man.
good father, too. Love that girl. She's pretty great.
Yeah, my daughter's pretty sick. I do, in fact, love Celine very much. All right. So we'll jump to the session. For those of us who might have missed last time, or it's been a few weeks, we've had a little bit of a hiatus because weather and a bunch of other things going on. What happened last time was that they ended up going to a carnival. Cathar got some gold stolen. They gained some more gold because they they just played a good game of poker.
The best game of
The
multiple
best.
hands of poker. Like
Multiple hands of the best. Like one hand was like a flush, the other hand was like a royal flush, and they just kept banging them out.
Had to stop the dealer from cheating too.
Exactly. They didn't cheat,
darn
and
dealer.
the other person did and still lost. So that's how it is.
Cheaters
Then
never prosper,
afterwards-
team.
Exactly. Afterwards, they all kind of did their own thing. Some of them went and played Uno. One of them went off to have a fun night with a person of their choosing.
Not Uno.
Copyright.
Trace.
So,
Right. Yeah, we were playing Quattro.
Trace.
Quattro.
Trace and Quattro. That's right, it was Quattro,
Pretty sure it was
the
Quattro.
sequel to Trace. Yeah. So, after playing Quattro and going to bed, they all woke up and decided to go to breakfast. They ended up meeting Brotalgan at his breakfast, the restaurant that he started. That he kind of started out when he was first a mob boss, before he was the Brotalgan you know today. He then got all of you food, gave you a mission, 2 different missions actually. The first mission went to Cluck and Bo Peep. They ended up going and scaring a poor, 30-year-old halfling man into submission. He was selling some not fun substances for people, and they took that and intimidated the guy. Not even persuaded, intimidated him into joining Brotalgan's team. On their way back. Exactly. It took 5 minutes, maybe.
It also was an amazing roll, but I get advantage on intimidation checks and have a really high charisma stat. So
That's just all Bo Peep, baby. And then they started heading their way to help out with the second mission, which I put it in quotes because it wasn't much of a mission. It was just Brotalgan showing off to the daughter of the opposing mob boss and some young punk, he would call them. Ended up going to pick up some taxes, again in quotes. and
Hey,
the guy
taxes,
couldn't pay.
taxes. There's no quotes for around that. When you run the city, it's your taxes.
So, after going and trying to pick up his taxes, the man was already late. And Bertalkin find him trying to leave town. He didn't like that, but he said that he would forgive the man his monthly taxes. At least for this month. Next month he'll still have to pay. But for this month, he'll award him no taxes. But in his stead, he ended up paralyzing that man's son with a single blow of the child's spinal cord to the desk.
As you do.
He left, and that was the end of the session. Now, this session takes place a couple of days later. We come to the scene of all this kind of waking up from the puking lizard, getting our own stuff done. For the past few days, what were you doing, Wallace?
Oh, hold on. Let me read out exactly what I had written down
the
earlier
exact
instead of giving
that's
it
what I
like
was hoping
cinematic,
for.
because that's just better. Okay. All right. Bruh, 2 days downtime is so long. Wallace deadass didn't do shit. Man was
Oh,
gonna go find a
also?
forest and practice portal opening, and then remembered he wasn't allowed to leave the city because he was being watched. So he just sat there and watched other people do people things for like 2 days.
Can I do what Wallace was doing? We had talked about like doing preaching, but I was like, I don't know that I'd be doing that without a church. Could I have just been hanging out with Wallace?
You would have had a like a non-denominational church, like a interfaith.
I could have shown you where that was.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I believe I mentioned at the end of last session, but it's been months, and a month, and I should have checked in. You all are level 6.
Oh shit.
I didn't
Okay.
level up.
All of us quickly leveled
Keep
up.
talking, I'll make it happen.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just gonna stay. as level up for the
Cathara,
rest
what
of the
did you
stream.
do for these 2 days?
I probably showed him where the church was and made sure he didn't like do anything sus with that.
What? What would I do, sus? I'm just preaching.
And avoid detection. I would have avoided my family at all costs. Knowing I failed. But
It's safe with me, we're just watching people.
yeah. He just stayed with the larger group.
Respect. And then you said that you were preaching, right, Bo? How about you roll me 2 checks? First off, roll me a charisma check.
Okay.
We'll say persuasion or deception, whichever you want to do.
We'll do persuasion. We'll do persuasion. Okay, so first check is an 11, so 3 plus 8.
Okay.
Okay. You said 2?
Yeah, 2.
Okay. The second is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So, okay.
Right? I don't get extra stats as a level 6, right? Nothing goes up on the tables? Cool.
Not that I know of. Yeah. So, how about you roll me a D100 at that point? And because you failed one but succeeded the other, it's just going to be a basic D100 roll.
Okay.
If you failed both, I would have given you disadvantage. If you succeeded both, I would have given you advantage.
78.
Damn.
You said D100, right? Am I?
Yeah, D100. No,
Okay.
no, that's true. Damn. So, 78 people at least showed interest.
Holy shit.
Over the span of 2 days. You were pretty convincing. You also had Billy there on the side helping you out.
Cool.
And up within those 3 days, you would have been approached by a, let's say about a 70-year-old man. Seeing your age, and he comes up to you and he's like, my life is falling apart. Everyone I know is dying or dead, and I have no one left. Is it okay if I accept everything that there is with this? And he just kind of breaks down in front of you, talking about how, yeah, he's 70, but he's still renting an apartment somewhere. He's still not doing well for himself. He's made some really bad money decisions, gotten the wrong crowds, and he's just never recovered financially. So he's wondering if you can absolve his obsession with gambling.
Now, I can't guarantee you to fix your life. You would have to fix it yourself. as I am a man myself and indulge in my own shortcomings. I do drink, I do gamble from time to time. But if you would like, I could certainly do my best to help.
Yeah, and he essentially spells fealty to you if you would like. And you now have another level 1 warlock following you around.
Cool.
His name is Larry, by the way.
Larry. So I gotta write these names down. I have Larry and oh God, what's my other follower's name?
Billy.
Larry and Billy. There
Larry
we go.
and Billy.
And
The next one's going to be named Barry.
Sorry.
And then the fourth one's going to be Lily.
Bugs.
And from what I remember from Cluck, what were you doing these past couple of days?
Boy, I think he was drinking and making sure he was visiting the local brothels, finding his way to keep a couple steady rooms without having to pay. So, like his habit seems to be, he's been just trying to enjoy the days as he normally would.
All right, and that keeps track of all of our characters. So, you all come downstairs for a nice breakfast down at the Puking Lizard. It's been a couple of days since you've received any news from Bertelgen, since you've even seen him around. And when you come downstairs for breakfast, Timothy Litwit is at the table. If you all remember, Timothy Litwit is
Love
a
Timothy.
tall...
He's my boy.
Yeah. He is a tall half-drow, long, slicked back, white hair, large red glasses with like a black and white trim. Black and red trim on a trench coat. And he's like, "Hello, mates. Welcome down. I already got you guys breakfast. It's from the place down the road. Bertelgen said you seemed to like it, so I got you a bit of a takeout. Or take away, whatever they
Oh,
say in
you
Australia."
sweetheart. And I kiss him on the cheek.
Oh, he's like, "Oh, well, I appreciate that. I didn't expect that at all. But I appreciate it, mate."
Wallace,
You know how like
is-
wise guys do it, right? You grab them on the shoulders and you like hear, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, 100%. Just a full on, like, boom. I was like, "Yeah, appreciate it, mate."
Wallace is full 180 degrees the other way again, and he's like, cool, great, all right.
You can see him. He's just kind of like sitting there. He invites you all to sit down, and Wallace like turns the chair around to sit down.
Wallace
"You
is like sitting like this, right? Like he's like sitting like this, and he's like, "Oh, breakfast, dope."
Yeah, it seems like you don't have to be rude like that, mate.
I look back at where's he looking? Where's he looking?
He's looking at his food.
Then look at me, punk. Fight night. It just became fight night.
It just became fight night. And he's like, "When you deserve it, I'll look at you. But otherwise, let's talk about the mission that I'm not just here for a breakfast social, if that makes sense." And I also realized over time I've made him like, instead of just like a soft Australian, I've made him like full on Crocodile Dundee.
Like a full Aussie, one of them deep Aussies.
Them.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, "So I've had a couple of walkabouts around the city, right? And we've talked, done our things. And you have been lucky enough to not run into anyone by the name of Bob Redondo. I know a couple of you guys recognize the names. Not you, clearly. You haven't really been part of this scene for very long. Neither your friend there, Wallace, I believe is his name. But Cathara and Cluck, I know both of you have met him before. For the reminder for both of you, Bob Redondo was originally part of Ainsley's family's gang, the Halfling Mob, and he decided to split off and start his own thing. And he doesn't really deal in like traditional like mobster stuff, you know what I mean? He doesn't deal with like that. He just is kind of like a sex god club is kind of what he runs. He runs like fighting rings and like strip clubs and shit like that.
Oh, so Cluck knows him quite well.
Isn't he my cousin?
He is your cousin, yes.
I
What
like
were you
your
gonna say,
cousin's
Bug?
ways.
Oh, I was gonna ask for an explanation, but you gave me one. Fight clubs and escort clubs, right? Like,
Mhm.
yep.
That's his whole deal.
He's my boy.
He doesn't deal with like the give me
I mean,
taxes and I'll give
That's
you
kind of a
protections, you know?
Japanese yakuza, right? Like,
Yeah, that'd be pretty accurate. But he doesn't, and like he might have some like illegal substance running on the side, or he might have some but he doesn't. He totes himself as being like a good person, you know. Of course he does.
But doesn't he partake?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
As far
You're
as
getting
you know,
somewhere.
yeah, exactly. As far as you know, he's done as many deals as he can to get to where he is. With who, with what, you don't know. There have been rumors that he is a warlock. There are rumors that he just makes deals with devils for like succubuses and stuff like that. But none of them are founded in really any facts, as you can tell. But he also
I've
hasn't
never
denied
seen it.
any of them. Yeah, it's good for business. Drumming up a little, what is it called? Rumors. Rumors are good for business, as he says. So he's like, he has been butting heads with Bertalgan a little bit, with a lot of like different things that he's doing. So I, Bertalgan as well, would like you to pay him a visit. In the most violent way possible. If you catch my drift.
Okay.
That was a legitimate question. Do you catch my drift?
You want us to beat up Barbara? You got it.
I'm not quite know the distance on that.
As violent.
How deep of a drift are we talking here?
No,
We're
like,
talking like,
it's,
here,
like I don't want you to like
here.
cripple his business because we could pick it up. But at least cripple him. All
I
right.
don't know if he's gonna let me just walk in there.
Yeah.
He should. You're his cousin, right?
when you saw,
I
now
don't think
let
he
me
likes me
understand
very
this
much.
correctly.
Yeah.
We are to overtake another connoisseur, if you will, an owner of a rival business. You want us to handicap or murder this individual?
Yeah, exactly that.
How exactly much are we being paid for such a Herculean task? I'm game, but I would like to understand how much I'm worth.
Well, as part of my understanding,
I understand we're not being paid directly. This goes back into the coffers of the boss, but
absolutely. I'd say this puts you pretty close to being done. Like
sounds
right
fair
there,
to me.
right there at the cusp. Bertalgan might ask you to like
one more gig,
scrub his feet once, and that'll be fine. Like you're that close, essentially.
Fantastic.
After this,
so at that point, it's business. At that point forward, it's business dealings. Then on a more level basis.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be paying you probably regular rate, since he'd be technically just starting out. You know what I mean? Like from an unpaid intern to an intern, right?
And what level of resistance can I expect going into an establishment like this?
Oh, good question. I actually have a little bit of a spiel to give you about that. So, from what we know, tonight he's going to be in his. He's going to be at the bottom of. Let me look up the shop's name because I have it right here in my notes. He's going to pull out a little clipboard and pop his notes open. It's totally not me popping out my notes.
While you pull up your clipboard, he pulls out his.
Yeah. So it's gonna be the Short Tap. It's gonna be a halfling run bar and escort joint. He's gonna be like, so that's gonna be kind of like his basis operations. You can get in there, you can talk to the bartender. The bartender should, hopefully. Oh, you don't have the stamp, do you? Well, that's a good thing because they would find that. Try to get your way into the fight club below, because that's usually where, from my understanding, is where he hangs out, right? In that place, there'll be a solid amount of guards, but most of them will be watching the fights, making sure no one dies. right? Because if you kill someone, you're not making as much money because that person's not going to be making money. You know how it is. So they'll be mainly watching the fights and people coming and going. In his room, as far as I know he has an elemental protecting him. From my information, I don't know if it's stone or fire, but it's one of the two.
I've never tangoed with such a creature, but that sounds rather significant.
It is, which is why this will essentially remove your debt entirely.
Fair
This is
enough.
the last mission, right? So, lost my train of thought there for a second. I apologize. So, I mean, getting in should be pretty easy. You've got two people who have already been to a facility like this. You got Kithara right there, who's his cousin, family and all that.
And I
then,
think that might make it harder.
Not that I know of. From what I know, he doesn't have a good relationship with your parents, so he might be pretty
I think
ecstatic.
I think the reason for that is me.
Ma'am, he started this business like over 5 years ago. What do you...
No, I know that.
Okay.
We don't...
What do you mean, Kithara?
If you have something to say, then say it. If you don't think you can do this job, I'll just give you 10 more.
No, we can probably pull off the job. I'm just saying that my presence might make it harder depending on his knowledge.
Disguise yourself. You know what you're doing. You've done stuff like this before many times. What, 49
look,
in a year? Easy.
You made me purple. We can make you green. It'll be
wait.
fine.
Did you just say 49 in a year?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It shouldn't be that big of a problem for you. You know how to disguise yourself. You know how to do all that. And Cluck, I mean, he's been there, 7, 8, 9 times a month?
Oh,
when he
yeah.
was younger.
You gotta kill some time.
Yeah, kill some time, make a little extra money. I know you. I know the streets. I never grew up on them
Oh,
myself, really, but...
Oh, I can tell.
Yeah.
Pompous asshole.
Yeah, it's all
Better
right.
than you, at least. All right, easy peasy.
Anyway, I'd like to roll initiative.
Do you attack?
Right here and now.
God.
So, either way, and he's gonna drop 500 gold on the table. There's 5 of you. I'm sorry, I didn't count your new friend. I didn't know you had one. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, hi, I'm Larry. Yeah, whatever. So I only have enough gold for 5 of you to get in. Because I was, including your friend Billy on that one.
Larry,
but otherwise...
I'd appreciate it if you stayed behind on this one. This might be a rather unfortunate dealing. I would hate to see any harm befall you.
I understand. Would you like me to go back to the church then? Spread your word?
If you could, I'd appreciate that.
Absolutely. And after finishing his breakfast, he'll leave.
Cool.
Litwit's going to kind of like, at that point, also stand up. He'd be like, all right, you know your mission, you know the place you got to go. And I say, go there and do it. Let us know in the morning how you did. Because we can't really send many people into that area.
It might take longer than that.
If it does, just keep us updated. All right?
Okay.
I understand this is a big operation. I understand it might take upwards of a week. But understand, Protalgon's a busy man. He's got many plans, and he's planning on running everything. So...
I can respect that.
Like, take your time, yes, but hurry the fuck up, mate. All right? And at that point, he's just going to stand up from the table. He's going to drop a couple of silver pieces to pay for all your guys' breakfast. And he is going to then just walk out.
Boy, he paid for me liquid breakfast again.
Like dodging a couple of people that are like children running by. He just like dodges them, dodges a chair, and walks his way out. It reaches about 3 p.m., about the time that would be available for you guys to go and hit this area. right? It's about an hour away. You get there by 4. It opens at like 4:30. Whatever. Do you guys do anything right beforehand? A little bit
I mean,
beforehand?
So I'm pretty sure that my cousin has beef with me and my family. If
Okay.
not me specifically. I don't know if he's aware of particulars surrounding the situation.
Okay.
I have an idea. Cluck and I, we're big guys. We'll go in there and we'll say that we're fighters, right? And Cathar can hide in the feathers of Cluck, because hell yeah.
Because I do that anyways.
Like always. Let's do it.
And we'll walk in there.
Do they search you when you go in?
I would assume as
Yeah,
much.
you are stripped down for the fight.
Okay, new game plan.
I didn't think we were going in for a fight. That sounds like a hard way to get into a place that's open to the public.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh, true. I just wanted to. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted to feel good about being in a fight, but
I assumed we'd just go in and gamble.
You wanted to prove your strength.
I didn't want to actually fight. I just wanted to be able to tell everybody that I was a fighter.
I was gonna say, these are my people. I used to come here when I was a lad and make some extra dough, so they know me. I've been here. It's been a couple of years, but I've been here.
Yeah, exactly. So Cluck would know that you walk in before you sign up for a fight, right? You are patted down. Obvious weapons are removed and stuff like that. But when you fight,
staff?
Would they take his staff?
Play it off as a walking cane.
It's not immediate.
If they knew you casted spells with it, they would.
Would they know I cast spells with a?
You would not know.
Staff,
because you don't know if they've been watching you. You don't know if they've been like following you around. That sort of thing.
Fair enough. Yeah, I would have no idea. That is appropriate.
So, if they know the particulars of beef they might have with my family, it might be fight on sight with me. If they don't,
you're a thief.
They just let me walk
or you're a rogue, right? Do you have a disguise kit?
Yeah, I rolled shit with it last time though.
Where to go?
Yeah, you might roll better this time.
I'll try it.
But again, Cluck would tell you that you would sign up for the fights once you get into the facility.
Yeah.
And when you are fighting, you are in your underwear. There's no weapons. There is no magic. Just straight up fists.
But as a spectator, we'd be able to access the office, right? So if we were to gamble, we'd be in a crowd. I feel like being in the fight is going to be more eyes on us than betting.
Now, I have a totally off-topic question, but if I was to walk in as a fighter, could I choose to not have my underwear too and flex that as an intimidation tool?
Good if you would like.
Oh my god! Twist his dick!
Cluck would tell you that there is a fighter with a 13-inch schlong. When he gets in, he doesn't even he doesn't get in without underwear. He gets in with underwear and he rips it off.
He's like wearing the underwear and it's like sticking out like the leg portion.
Sticking out like the side, and he has to coil it up.
Oh.
He just straight up rips to the fight to get ready for it.
Couldn't this be a weapon?
We did. Oh, I use it like a club.
As a weapon.
I say it has to be longer than a foot for it to be a weapon.
Oh, so I'm set then.
You didn't roll that high.
Oh, come on. I think I did. I forget how high did I roll.
Yeah, okay. I would like to see you try to fight with a dagger, like a regular dagger, up against your groin and try to beat the other person. That's not how that works.
It sounds like an experience I had a couple of years ago. I don't think it'd be that too unfamiliar, all right?
Okay.
Literally, like my mechanical arm, would they let me fight?
I don't know if they would take your arm.
They can't take it.
Take your arm.
But would they let me? What do they have issues with it?
So
I would assume you'd be allowed to, though, right?
They don't want bio
send someone in without a wheelchair.
So here's the thing. They don't allow bio enhancements. So if you have purposely outfitted your arm to be extra potential for punching, or like if you have like engines built into your legs for faster movement, they don't allow that. But like if you lose an arm and you have a prosthetic, they're like, okay, yeah, it's a prosthetic. Like fucking
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna hurt a little more than a regular punch,
I'm
but we
gonna
have monks
start
in here.
making
You know what I mean?
prosthetic dad
We have people who
jokes.
use ki. Like you should have your arm. You need whatever advantages you could get. You know what I mean?
Googling. Uh-oh.
So
Oh God.
It's fine, it's fine,
Fix
it's fine,
it?
it's fine, it's
Okay.
fixed. It's okay, I promise.
what happened?
I broke
Nothing?
stream. Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Whatever. So we're gonna get into the meat of this, I should say. So are you guys going in as spectators or as fighters?
We'll just go
Boy,
in
you know
as
I'm going in as a fighter.
spectators.
Well, you would get in there first and then sign up for the fights. So let's start with that. Let's start with
Alright.
actually getting in.
So
wait.
let's discuss this as a team real quick, right? If you go in as a fighter, I want to know what the plan is at that point, because going in as spectators gambling seems way easier to slip into an office and start a fight than when you are the actual center of attention. Because, like, unless your goal is to heal after the fact and then start the fight when you're getting paid in his office, I feel like having a spotlight on us is going to make life difficult.
Yeah. So the alternative is we hope that because I walk in without my disguise kit, we hope he just invites me to his office.
Now, what's your confident level? Because you know your backstory better than us. Actually, I'll do this in character. Now, I'm not gonna pry on your life, but you seemed rather cautious. Are you sure you won't be dragged in and interrogated and tortured rather than brought in as an honored guest?
I feel like there might be a certain level of faux politeness.
So you believe that if you go in and we go in as your backup, we could make it into his office, start a scene, break his kneecaps, and leave?
Probably.
I'm gonna
Um,
trust you. You've trusted me thus far. I mean, to some extent.
Now I have
Despite
a buddy.
calling me a cult leader on multiple occasions, I would trust you.
I have a
I will
Yeah,
say,
you know, you-
me being there will be a for sure. My cousin will come talk to us at the very least. We might get a little roughed up on the way over there, depending on how things have gone in the last year since I've been gone.
Now, do you guys want me to go in as a fighter or not? I'm a little confused on where we stand on that part.
I think
Do you guys want me
That's
to?
kind of what we're discussing at the moment.
I don't
If you have a
Okay.
plan to go in as a fighter, we could disguise ourselves. Now, to do a two-pronged approach feels rather dangerous, as we'd be splitting
Yeah.
the party. So I would say we go in with the Cathara family approach, or we go in
Okay.
with the fighter approach, or
Okay.
we go in and do our best to be stealthy and just break into the office. Because the spectator approach would be the stealth. If you go in as a fighter, you're gonna have a spotlight on you, but we could go in as your entourage when you get paid. Should you win the fight? I don't imagine.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I imagine he pays from the office. So, should you win the fight, we go in as your entourage and rough him up once we're there. Do you
Speaking
have
with
a method of
Innkeeper,
healing after the fight, though? Because we would be down a member at that point.
I do
They
believe
do
I have
food
plenty of
listen.
pepper.
Fantastic.
So they
I love that.
would know that they keep their
Throwback to
fighters
episode
well
1 or 2.
maintained. Yeah, episode 1.
Yeah, but do you, Cluck? Would Cluck have been a fighter before?
yes.
Oh, absolutely, I have. Yeah,
Cluck
I
has
have been a fighter
fighter.
at this club many a times. Yeah.
Cluck, do they heal you before they pay you, and do they pay you in his office?
Ooh, that we did. That I did not discuss with our innkeeper. Innkeeper, did we come down to terms with that? I would believe that they would heal you afterward, but that's up
I
to.
feel like they're gonna heal you after
Yeah.
they pay you.
So yes, so
Yeah, because I'm like,
they have
last thing I need
tiered
is someone
fighting.
with black eyes.
They have tiered fighting. They have there's the one champion, the one with the schlong. And And as far as you know, the tiered fighting is like newcomers all fight each other first, and then they get healed. And then they kind of like, tier themselves up. And then the second fight, if a newcomer wins, they're fighting against
Wait, this
someone
is a
who is
bracket. Like, this is a full-on
bracket.
tournament.
It's a tournament.
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
tournament that happens
100%.
every single day.
All right. So
Newcomers
this is
fight
Melee
first.
Monday.
Yeah. Newcomers fight first, and then they fight people who have been there before, and essentially up the seniority ladder until they fight the person who has never been beaten. The winning prize, if you beat,
The PR gets a buy-in. That makes sense.
yeah, exactly. So if you end up beating, I had a name for
Dang.
him, but then we came up with the long schlong thing, so I have to, long schlong silver. If you end up beating a long schlong silver, you do get a private audience and dinner with Bob Redondo, as well as doubling your intake, your winnings.
The other thing
You would have to win the tournament for us to even be in the office. But we could try again, should you fail, on another day with the Cathara approach.
So, the other thing. Given the fact that we've discussed the fact that my dad kind of put you on a shit list, you could just be presented to my family as a way of earning favor.
A bounty on his head.
Yeah.
That had not occurred to me.
You kind of stole their heir and then threw him into a fire. From what I've put together.
Yeah, I'm kind of
We're
wanted in
gonna
that
have
regard.
to circle back to this later because that I did not know, and that's rather interesting.
Thanks,
bit of a
Cathara. Thanks for
story.
Car.
I'm not a huge fan of talking about it, but
I
it's
don't imagine
probably
one would
something
be.
that should be addressed.
It's one of the reasons I dropped you in the damn pond. Alright.
Okay, I had no idea, okay? I was unconscious. And then you didn't tell me. We would have approached this in a very different manner if I had known.
So,
Little column A, little column B.
plan so far for entering.
We
I'm
have three.
we're
slowly deciding on one.
Very slowly deciding how we want to do this.
I think a plan like this would discussing like this would occur, in a game. So I don't know. Do we feel as though a bounty would be high enough? Is there a way that we could check on the level of bounty Cluck would have on his head? Could we ask, Bertalgan or I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the gentleman's name. The well-dressed dapper man, in the red overcoat.
Timothy Litwit, yeah.
Tim,
yeah,
could we
Tim...
contact Timothy and see if there is a bounty on Clark's head, as it would affect one of our entry methods?
Yeah, Tim would be able to let you know.
You should check both of us.
Pretty easily.
Yeah, could I ask
Yeah.
both bounties on any of our members? Yeah,
absolutely. So, for Cathara, the bounty is upwards of about 5k gold. But she needs to be brought in alive. And specifically to the Underburrows, not to the Redondos.
Oh, wait.
Do
the Redondos have a bounty on Cluck's head?
The Redondos do not. Both but Cluck did have a bounty for Bertalgan, as well as the Underburrows.
All right.
But seeing as they captured Cluck, essentially, the bounty on Bertalgan has disappeared, and it's about 2,500 gold. And it's specifically dead, not alive, for Cluck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Redondo have a bounty on me?
Nope.
Okay.
The only bounties currently from on members of the party is from the Underburrows.
And they wanna fry this chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Look, how good are you at playing dead?
Would Timothy know how much
Not very.
Underburrows? Obviously, you would be doing some reconnaissance. Timothy, would you happen to have an idea of how much work is being done between the Underboroughs and the Redondos? Is there trading going on
So as
between
far
the
as
two
I
gangs?
know, when Redondo broke off, he broke off completely.
So there
There are
is no
rumors,
trading between the companies.
not as far as I know. From what I went southern for a second. I'm sorry.
It
Uh,
happens.
as
It's
far
an
as I
easy one
know,
to do.
yeah. As far as I know, we, not we. My apologies.
Way you gotta throw the Aussie on
Way.
there. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Aussie, there we go. We're getting it,
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee.
You gotta throw at that Steve Owen, you know.
You Steve out there
There
perfectly.
it is. That's I say Steve
Love
Owen and I
it.
can do Aussie.
I love it, Steve Owen. All right, so that's the thing is, from the rumors that we were able to, pick up and find out about, the reason Redondo split off was a contract was either against him or his brother from the Underboroughs. So there's a lot of bad blood there because a family member of his did in fact die.
It was the brother.
Okay.
The
Good to know.
the now let me get this straight. The brother of the Underborough or the brother of the Redondo.
Brother of
Redondo.
Redondo had his brother assassinated, I guess you could say. And from that, he got, because this is all conjecture and rumor from what I've heard. But after that, he immediately broke off and started his own thing, with taking a solid amount of members from the Underboroughs, because, it's a big family on his side of the family. You have multiple families in one big thing. He kind of took his entire family side and made his own, little group.
From my understanding of it, my dad ordered that.
No. Redondo got his brother ordered to die. I misspoke. That was my mistake. Yeah, no. The Underboroughs ordered Redondo's brother to be assassinated, and Redondo had his brother die in his arms.
So I imagine there's some bad blood there. I think Cluck would be unlikely to be turned in.
I think we could just walk through the front entrance as guests and call it a day, honestly. I don't see any problems here. I figure, what are they gonna do? I'm gonna make a bunch of prosthetic jokes at them and distract them and let you guys walk in while they're not looking. That's the new game plan. I'm making jokes.
I'm a face man. I think if we were to run distraction, I would probably serve best for that.
But you don't get to make prosthetic jokes.
That's entirely fair, but I'm not entirely certain prosthetic jokes are what get us through the door. Now, if you insist on being the face man for this operation, I'm more than happy to let you do that.
Somebody with a -1 in charisma, I did not want to be the face man.
Figured as much, but gotta let you do you, right?
This is not the campaign for the -1 to be the face man.
Last campaign also was a -1.
You never know. Nat 20.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so are we going in as patrons to bet on the fight, or are we sending Cluck in there to tough things out?
How'd y'all feel about me flipping a coin? Heads I go in as a fighter, tails I don't.
I don't like the idea of sending our big bulky tank and splitting him from the rest of us, because I cannot guarantee the safety of our two squishies.
Cluck, personally, I think that you should be my muscle. It would
All
very
right.
much work with the story that we're going with.
Okay, works for me. I'm defaulting to y'all, so if y'all want me to go in not as a fighter, I'm totally comfortable with that. I just wanted to I'm literally defaulting to you guys for that one because Cluck's a bit of a follower, not much of a leader. That's why he's in the predicaments he's in.
Yeah, I think that perhaps we should try mine.
I'm
It's a
more than
guaranteed
happy.
way of seeing him.
Absolutely, I'm more than happy to let you take the lead on this operation, Cathara. We'll follow
I
you
am
in.
not aware if he knows the particulars. I think he might not. But given circumstances that have happened since then, it might change a little bit.
You guys make your way towards the short tap, right? The bar that this is over, right? Or that this is under.
Yeah.
I will say, Cathara will make sure she cleans up in a way that, like, if it circles back to her, when it circles back to her family that she was there, they're not going to be like, oh my god, you're dressing not like a...
we spend a gold on a new suit, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You guys have the goal to do it. Litwit dropped 500 on the table, so.
I'm making sure that I'm dressed like the mobster's daughter, but...
I suppose we should all dress like we're going out clubbing, if you will. You know, Sunday's finest.
Yeah, I mean, Billy already has that suit that you guys bought him, so
Yeah.
he's been wearing that. You've got your suit. Cathara's got her suit. I think the only ones who don't have suits would probably be Wallace.
Wallace, do you need a tuxedo?
Can I?
Wait,
yes, 100%.
Is that a RuneScape? Was that RuneScape that I saw there?
No.
What exactly?
I don't think it's
like
gonna.
First ladies.
It's just.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
I just like the hat.
Little hole in your horns.
Yeah.
I love that. Actually, that is A+. Chef's kiss. Thank you.
That's very pretty.
I'm also gonna make sure that like my hairpin, my magic item hairpin, is holding back my hair so that it looks like if I was made to take it off, it would mess up my look.
Okay, that's fine. So you make your way into the short tap. There's a small line. The bouncer lets you in. You know, you guys. He doesn't recognize you. You guys haven't been really causing any trouble. He lets you in easy, right? You all are adults. You make your way over to the. You see they're like there's like some lights going off, like dancing lights. The spell. It's just kind of like floating around. People are like dancing to Ye Old Trap. Best that they can, right?
Sorry, Ye Old Trap got me.
That was pretty good.
And as Timothy Litwit would have said, that you would talk to the bartender to go downstairs into the basement.
May I order a beverage while I'm here?
You absolutely can. In
I'd
fact,
also
if you
like to leave
would like
Billy
to walk
at
up,
the door.
you would like to what?
Leave Billy at the door.
Leave Billy at the door. Oh, so
Yeah.
he in the main club.
In the main club or outside, out of harm's way, with the instruction
Absolutely, yeah.
should I be fatally wounded to take my staff.
Of course, he's like, yeah, I can just enjoy the club, I guess. I promise I won't drink.
Thank you, Billy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. I'll be here in case you need me. You got that mental connection set up with me.
Yep.
Just do what you need.
If you see my father, let us know.
Now, what exactly
And
does
we're
your father
fucked.
look like? Because neither me
Like
nor
me.
Billy has seen him.
I'm kind of a female copy of my father.
Okay. Because I'm just a mechanic that turned religious person. So I'm not really about this life.
He'll be a well-dressed male version of me.
Gotcha. Good to know. Let's do
Could
it.
you give us a more physical description of him?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Something for in case we need audio podcast stuff.
Let me pull up my art and I'll just use it to describe. And I'm gonna actually, Jimmy, can you describe it? Just because I'm having trouble with words today.
Okay. I can describe it. That's okay.
Do it in Cathara's voice, though.
Ainsley, give me a star voice.
Please.
Can I give you Cathara's voice?
Yeah, Jamie, do it in Cathara's voice.
We
This is
demand
Cathara's
this. Discord
Okay.
and the team demands this.
So, he's, a halfling. He's a little tall for a halfling. Instead of being his regular, 3 foot, he's 3'2". He has brown hair like me. He's got shaved on the sides with a little longer on top. Have you ever seen Treasure Planet?
Wait,
Very much a James Pleiades Hawkins type hair.
it's just
All
me
right.
from high school. Are you kidding?
Literally DJ from high school. He normally wears a dark green suit, with a light green tie and a white undershirt. I guess button up. Yeah, undershirt works. He has some wrinkles from what I remember. from just being an older man. At this point, he should probably have some graying, probably in like those little triangles by the sides of his head. He's got the dark. Are those gray or green eyes?
They're green. Kathara
Okay.
has his eyes.
Yeah, so he's got the dark green eyes and a sharp jawline. Other than that, he normally wears these black gloves as well. And Billy's like, wow, that's the best description I've ever heard. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
He also was a burn victim about a year ago, so.
Okay.
That seems
Now-
significant.
That you should have let me know that.
I don't think Cloak
first.
thinks so. I think it's pretty insignificant.
Okay.
I heard he got out of the hospital, so.
Now that is something I wish I had known before I dropped you in the pond. It would have been a little higher up.
A copy
said
of
it.
you with bones.
Oh yeah, he did,
Seems
didn't he?
like a significant description. I think that would be easy enough for our young friend to look out for. Billy, should you see him, think my name 3 times and I will be listening.
Absolutely.
Like Beetlejuice or what?
Beetlejuice.
I'm not actually above board. I'm not always listening, but I want him to think I am.
Billy believes that you are listening. He 100% believes that you're listening.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys enter the bar. Billy kind of like splits off from you guys, but keeps that mental thing going. And I assume you guys walk up to the bartender.
Yeah, I'd like to order a beverage.
So this is you walk up and it's an average height halfling woman. She's got blonde hair in a braid that kind of is like hanging over her shoulder. And as you walk up, she's like, oh, let me just think of the voice. She's like, all right, dearies, what can I do for you?
What would be just scoping out the bar?
Put dog on screen.
We love dog.
We do love dog. We love dog.
If Bo Peep is walking over to get a drink, Wallace is following right behind. And he's gonna sit down and he's gonna open the conversation with,
Heavy penguins.
you know
Good way
why
to break
prosthetic
ice.
limbs are so great? They're so fashionable? Because anybody can pull them off. Anyways,
Roll me.
give me your fun.
charisma. Roll me a charisma.
I was gonna say roll for
if I
roll for
laugh,
fit.
you know, in the nice. Oh, you charmer, you.
It's a 17.
You can. Oh, I was gonna say yeah. You can roll with advantage because Bo's kind of like. Because like if there's a laugh track, you feel like you want to laugh, right? So Bo is your laugh track.
Yes!
So advantage, and it's gonna be a performance. If you have a bonus to that. at all.
I have a bonus to performance. Yeah, I have proficiency.
But
in that.
it's a 17 regardless.
17 regardless.
Yeah.
Okay. So she kind of like looks at you. She thinks for a moment. She's like, "Anyone can." Oh, that's funny, sweetheart. I didn't even think about that. That's really good. What can I get for you? Immediately, like if you have like a meter in the bottom right of like favor, it goes up by like 15.
Hell
I mean?
yeah. Give me your finest.
I'm like, yeah, finest theory. That's gonna be pretty expensive. You got that on you right
I
now?
gambled last session. You best believe I got that on me.
Absolutely.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's.
no,
How
I'm
much
saying
is
it's
your
expensive.
finest?
For a drink, it's gonna be about 5 gold.
Oh shit, yeah, okay,
Oh
we're chilling.
God, fuck that.
I got gold.
How much
A
gold do
whole
I have?
paycheck for this. She's like,
16.
that is our finest. It's one of those where like, it's a drink to forget night, but you'll always remember it. But like only the good parts. You know what I mean? It's a very nice elven wine.
I'll spend 5 gold on their finest to make a good impression.
Guys, you remember what you're going in there for, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So she
I'm only
grabs
getting
it.
one drink.
She grabs it and she's like, all right, Kimmel, can you grab it for us? And you hear a, yeah, all right, I'll get it for you. And you see like you see a small halfling like crawl under a little space that only small creatures can fit into. Disappears for about like 5 minutes,
Oof.
and he comes back with these 2 little seeds, and he drops them into your cup, and he pours dwarven ale over them. And as the dwarven ale hits, the seeds dissolve and bubble, and it becomes like this, like, instead of like, you know, like a dark brownish, yellowy brown, it becomes this pink drink that smells like your favorite food.
What is my favorite food?
Is there a code to get into the Fight Club underneath?
Not really. You just kind of have to ask about it.
Now, if I were to be a betting man, as you can see, I'm looking to enjoy myself. Would you happen to host any gambling events, such as maybe a table or, I don't know, a sporting event of any kind? Races would be lovely.
Races. Well, I'll see what I can do for you, love. While we do that, you see her pull out a clipboard, and she's like, "Let's introduce each other. Can I get your names?"
Oh, I'm Bo Peep.
Bo
Or do you
Peep?
just need first names?
Full names is very nice for us,
Bo
anyway.
Peep.
You, sir, who also got the drink. And if you guys are sipping, a single sip, I'll ask you to roll
Yeah, I
Con.
would be sipping. What am I rolling?
a con saving throw.
Con save. Okay.
Well, it's a nat 20. That's pretty dope. Anywho,
Quite familiar with me.
the name's Wallace squared, if you'd like.
Oh, I thought you had a stutter, dear. That Wallace?
That's right.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
6.
Oh
So
no!
You're like, Bo Peep. You're like, Bo
I'm not
Peep,
rolling that
darling.
die.
And you take a sip, and it's like, and you guys see his pupils immediately dilate.
So total side
start-
tangent. Total side tangent.
I'm
real
quite
quick.
familiar.
We're shocked.
We were talking about.
I mean, technically, I'm better now, right? Because my con's up.
He's
Charisma.
now a
Like,
better
oh,
version
now
of
you're
himself.
right.
Your dex falls, your charisma goes up. With this
Perfect.
drink, it doubles. So it's -2 to your dex, and not like a point, but like the actual like additives. It's a
Okay.
-2 to your dex and a +2 to your charisma.
Perfect. So if I had a +1 dex, I have a -1 dex, but I now have a +7 charisma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there will be
God.
with how drunk you're getting from this, there will be some other checks. Like if you try to snatch something from someone, that's going to be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
If you try to like drunkenly like flirt, yeah, that might be at advantage. We'll see. But it's going to be like a need to be basis.
Cool.
Wallace, you sip, and you're like, oh my god, this is the best drink you've ever had in your entire life. It's 5 gold worth of a drink, and it's not like a pint either. It's like a small little like glass of wine. Like if you were tasting wine, that's what this is.
Can I have a little bit of nat 20 freedom real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Go
right,
for it.
I take a sip of this
God,
drink,
yeah.
right? And I have a vision. And in this vision, I see Cathara's father, who we were just describing. And it looks like this.
Oh, Deej. How did you get that? You look good.
This is a gray
love
suit
this.
colored in green in paint.
That's so funny. That's so funny. That's the funniest thing ever.
All
Oh
I
my
can
God.
say is I believe that with Bo Peep's 6, I can see just every move you make, every step you take, make an acrobatics check.
Yeah, he is like, I don't know if you've experienced this, but he is essentially like tasting what he's seeing. He
I've developed
is
kinesthesia. Cool.
yeah, he's
Oh, I
seeing,
love
he's
this.
smelling. You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
bunch of all of his senses are mixing together. You'll take a step in something and you'll be like, and then continue walking. Like, you know what I mean? But like in the best way.
I love this.
So, yeah,
I love
he's
everything of this.
He's like, all right, Wallace. What can I get your name, dear? And the bar is half size, by the way.
Did she
Like,
just...
there are.
Who's she talking to?
She's talking to you, Cathara.
Oh.
Cathara Underborough.
She's gonna just kind of like, all right, and just kind of write it down. It doesn't even really acknowledge.
Can I make a Wait, what is perception based off of?
Perception's
be
based
an
off of
insight?
wisdom.
I was gonna say
Wisdom?
insight.
Okay. Can I make
Insight's
a
kind of to
perception check?
glean what she's doing. Yeah.
Unless someone
Perception
else
would
wants
be
to.
to see what
I'll
she's
make
doing.
one. I'll make one. I got a +6.
Yeah, because you're sitting at the bar with
I'm
me. You'd
sitting
see it
there, I'm
better.
watching.
I'm drunk.
Yeah. And the bar itself is, halfling height for people walking around, but the seats for larger people are like sunken into the ground. So if you sit down, the bar is regular height for you.
Oh, that's cool of them. They carved out the floor. I like that.
It's
Snazzy.
26.
What are you looking
Can
for?
I roll insight too?
You can roll insight. I believe Deej rolled perception. What are you?
Wait, I thought Deej rolled insight.
Oh, did Deej roll insight?
No, I rolled
Yeah.
perception. Right? That's what we were rolling for?
You were rolling what I was gonna roll to see what the bartender
in
was
that
doing.
In that case, if it was insight, it was a 22.
If you wanna keep-
22. Okay.
Sorry,
Mine
I
was
didn't
a
mean to.
25.
So I'm gonna limit it to the 2 rolls. I don't want to
Yeah.
do much more than that.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable.
So
Sorry.
You're fine.
100% she knows exactly who you are. With your insight, you know that she will warn the group coming. Like you're going down, she's going to warn the people down there that you are showing up. How? You don't know. Sending stone, button in the bar or something, but she's planning on warning them.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna point to you, and she's like, "You, excuse me, are you Clef Norris?"
Oh, I am. I sure am.
Yes, my pappy took me to see a couple of your shows.
Oh,
You-
no kidding.
You're a great fighter, yeah, especially at such a young age.
Oh, well, I greatly appreciate that. Would you like a feather?
I'm good. Thank you, though.
Okay.
Her approval rating goes down a little bit. No,
No, I have to make another joke.
Sad.
As I
So
listen to
sad.
him say that, Wallace is like, I saw a guy the other day selling prosthetics to children. Bit of a small arms dealer.
Oh, that was bad. That's a
Roll me-
bad.
Roll me a performance with advantage. That was pretty good.
That's a nat
I
20
like
on the
that
first
one.
roll.
Let's
Nat
go.
20. She
No.
thinks the funniest
I
thing.
can't get my
ever.
camera that far.
She busts
Now,
out
question.
laughing. Yeah.
Quick question. Am I still purple?
Yeah,
No.
I did dye purple.
No,
I was gonna say,
I
am I
believe you
still
guys
partially
cleaned this
purple?
off. I believe you guys cleaned it off when you were in the city.
Okay, that's what I thought. I figured it's been a couple days. That's the reason why it's like,
Yeah.
okay, if they recognize me, I opt for a feather, because I'm like, I only have. It makes sense.
Well, yeah, no.
Better than all.
It's just you thought you were a bigger star to her than you actually are. She just knows
Yeah.
who you are, right?
Exactly.
Not
It's,
like
it's
awestruck.
like offering
She's
an
like,
autograph,
"Oh,
but it's
you're a
like,
good
hey, here's
fighter."
an. Exactly. It's like me offering an autograph, but it's actually just like, hey, here's a feather.
And she's like, I don't really need that, thank you though. But she's busting out laughing to Wallace's
She likes
joke.
Wallace.
I attempt
she's
to
like-
jam the feather back
She's
in.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny, dear. You know what? Go right on down. Finish your drinks, go right on down. Or bring them with you. Either way. When you get down there, though, there is a fee. I hope you know that. To get in, you have to bet. It's kind of how it is.
I had assumed as much. I was looking to have some fun this evening.
Good. And of course, it's kind of highbrow, loves. Very much. It's expensive. You guys seemed very willing to get our most expensive thing without even asking the price, right? But I will warn you, it is 100 gold apiece to get in there.
I'm going
You
in
have
as
to
a
bet
fighter.
a minimum of 100. Now, with most people, you've got like most people bet like 1,000. It's just kind of how it is. But that is what it is. 100.
Good thing we left Billy outside, otherwise we'd be a little short.
No, remember Litwick gave you guys 500 gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if we had brought Billy
but
in, we just spent money on drinks and we would have been short.
I took the 5 gold out of my pocket. I was at 16 gold pieces. Now I'm at 11. Did you take it from the stash? Did you
I
take
mean,
it from our pay?
If Billy's sitting outside and we're not gonna use it, absolutely. Why wouldn't I take it from the pay? They don't gotta know.
Quick question. Am I able to ask the bartender that we're talking with, since they recognize me, what the fighters are looking like right now?
Oh, well, the fighters...
You go in fighting, that changes what we're doing, and we already showed who Cathara was. I just want to throw that out there.
That's
In
true.
your head,
That's true.
you
But
hear
I
in
know.
Bo-Peep's voice when you ask that.
But
Now, if you diverge from the plan, this could go up in smoke, and we all die here.
But
I would
if-
just like to let you know that.
if we have
I'm
to
just
bet,
getting an itch. I'm just getting an itch.
So she will describe the fighters. She goes, I don't know about the newbies tonight. As far as I've seen people going in, they looks like newbies, right? But about the the people who have fought here before, there's probably a few people you don't recognize. You haven't been here in a couple of years. You remember Timmy Two Toes? You remember Timmy Two Nose? They're both still here.
Oi, Timmy Timmy Two Toes. I remember when he was Timmy Three Toes.
Yeah.
Timmy,
that's what he gets.
Timmy Two Toes.
That's what he gets.
Or Two Nose.
Yeah.
That's quite the name. How does one end up with a name such as that? Because
What do you think? Yeah.
I assume he's been stabbed in the face.
Oh,
I was about to say the same.
That gave him two noses.
That seems like a cruel nickname. I like the way y'all people work.
That's kind of how we do here. And then there is, someone who got to pick his own nickname, Long Schlong Silver. He's still the top. He hasn't
Such a
lost.
conceited nickname.
And he still hasn't lost. But those are the main fighters left. A couple of them have, decided to stop fighting. A couple of them have made poor choices and are no longer fighting. But it's nice to see you're back. If you're willing to get in the ring, I bet you'd be able to jump a little extra cash. But yeah, go ahead. And she's gonna.
I would look over to Bo Peep, and just because I heard the voice, and I'd just be like, thinking as loud as I can, like, but the money? Question mark.
But
And
please no.
if you're just here to spectate, like, that's fine, dear. We're not gonna worry about it.
We make money if we bet right.
Now, we've already shown our hand with Cathara. We could ask her to leave. That leaves us down a man. But we don't leave you alone in the ring. That would be our alternative in this instance, should you choose to fight this evening. We could do it again and come in with Cathara another night, if you really do so choose to fight.
Oi.
But I say
I'll come
taking
back.
Cathara into the underground with you fighting leaves us down a man in an instance where there is now a target on our back. This is all in our heads, by the way. She doesn't hear this.
No, absolutely. I think
say-
that
Also, I have a feeling we're stalling.
a little bit, yeah. I would say that, Cluck would just immediately give you, like, the look of recognition, just nod his head and be like, oi, alright, thanks for letting me know about the fighters. Always good to hear about the new ones coming up. I may have to come back sometime and give him a challenge. And he would just walk off with the group.
So that 2-minute convo, I'd say, probably happened in about 10 seconds. But,
Yeah.
it was very much like he talked about fighting, and then he just got like a from Bo for about 10 seconds. He's like, well, thank you for telling me about the fighters. I just wanted to know how to bet. Like,
Yeah,
that's
pretty
what
much.
that was.
Oh, 100%. Oh, absolutely.
And she's like, yeah, I mean, enjoy yourselves. There's more drinks down there, nothing nearly as fancy as this unless you get invited to Mr. Bob's office. I believe he drinks this on the regular. I don't think he's ever not on it. Either way, go have some fun. Yes? And she's going to be like, Kimmel, go let some people in. He's like, yeah, more tonight. That's very weird. He's gonna kind of jog across the bar over to a door, and he's gonna grab it. He's gonna open it, and you notice the door has 4 different sizes. There is one for people who are Firbolgs or Goliaths. There's one for regular sized people. There's one for flings and gnomes and such, and then there's one that's actually in the larger door. That's a little higher than head height. That's about yay big for pixies and stuff like that. But yeah, he runs over and he unlocks the medium-sized door and opens it up for you 4. And yeah, You guys all go in, and he's like, "Yeah, have a fun night. Have a fun night. Like, don't get too drunk. We don't want to have to kick you out, and we don't want to have to kill you. There are no rules down there except for respect other people."
Oi, thanks, Jimmy.
Do you know the
right.
doorman's name? Are you just saying Jimmy?
I mean,
Hey, and Jimmy. It's like it's Kimmel. It's Kimmel actually, but all right.
I already said it was Kibble too.
Yeah.
sorry, Jimmy must have been from me day. It's been a hot minute.
It's okay. Jimmy's my brother. I get it. It's fine.
Oh, you said Kimmel, right?
I can't leave the door open for long. Just keep moving. Thank you.
Yeah, I remember your brother though, and he just walks off. Yeah.
Hand Kimmel a gold piece. Nod. Be on our way. I'm at 10 gold pieces now.
That's a nice tip. I appreciate it. That's 20% right there. Thank you. He closes the door behind you, and immediately, how many of you have dark vision? So you two, you don't see this happening, but you feel it happening. The ground starts moving forward. As it kind of pulls you forward, you guys see like a almost like just a straight up hole in the ground that it's bringing you to, and you see like a large ogre with like large chains that he's using to pull the ground forward. And you guys slide over, and it hits the hole, and then starts lowering you down as he starts lowering you down. You guys go
Wave at
down.
him. Thanks, mate. Oh wait, sorry. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
He's gonna like, yeah, no problem, mate. It's my job.
I wish more people had that opinion about their workplace.
Yeah, right.
Oh God, I
Do
know.
your job.
I know a few of those. I have one of those.
Question. Do I know if this is the only way out?
Oh.
Roll me a history. You wouldn't have really been here much.
Would Cluck know?
I was about to
that?
say,
Cluck
I was about
works
to say,
here.
what I would know that. Yeah.
Cluck can roll me history. You would have never gone in or out other than this way, but you might have seen something. So yeah, both of you roll me a history check.
Does a 14 do anything?
I got the same.
14? You both got 14. Okay, so Cathara, you haven't been here super often, so if 14 did not make it, I do apologize. You know that this is the only way you've gone in, this is the only way you've gone out. You assume that there are exits, but you don't know where.
Okay.
Cluck, you would know that you've been here a lot.
Yeah.
There's a back entrance to the back of the bar, I should say. To the back of the bar that is specifically for fighters that have been invited back. They have their invitation, they have all that stuff, and it takes them directly underneath the ring.
Well,
Nowhere else, no one sees them directly underneath the ring.
if we're looking
So
at
is there
ways out-
is it like a separate entrance from where the bar and such like
It
where
is a
we're
separate
going in? It is a separate entrance. So there
Let's
is a
just say-
separate way out that I
Yeah.
would know, but it's from the ring.
So this is ground floor. This is the floor of the fight and the stage. You guys would come in, drop to the floor, right, of the stage. The other side would be coming in from ground floor and going underneath the stage.
Okay, so the fighters come from underground.
Yes, the fighters come from underneath. Mhm.
Okay, beautiful.
If we're looking at ways
Um,
out, can I just peek detect portal and have a peek around and make sure there's not that potential
Sure.
opportunity?
You can detect portal.
Yeah,
What is the range on that again?
1 moment, please.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to finish real quick. And then you would know Bob Redondo definitely has his own entrance and exit. You don't know exactly where it is, but you know he'll just show up in his office and disappear from his office just randomly.
That's
No traces of magic, no teleportation. He'll just come in and out.
Yeah, because I've been paid out there a few times. Correct?
Yeah. And then Long Schlong Silver joined, and you never won another championship.
Fair enough.
It sucks. You were a bit beaten by the other dick joke.
Hey now. I am Clark fucking Norris, alright?
I love the way you equate that. You were beaten by the other walking dick joke. That's great.
I really can't contest it. As Cluck, I would say, excuse you, but yeah, as above ground player, absolutely.
Out with the old, into the new.
I can see Cathara making that the point, though.
I think it's
So if it is 100 feet,
1
you would
mile.
not sense anything.
Within 1 mile of
1 mile.
it. Uh-huh.
Oh,
shit.
what?
Jesus.
Are you serious?
Hold on, I got the
so
words.
That was
Bruh.
bright green.
I believe you. So,
Bright white.
lowering down, you're sitting there, and bright lights hit all of you. And the whole point of this is that if you have dark vision or not, you get blasted with bright light as you come in, so you can't really see everything going on. You get a little disoriented, but you kind of like immediately glance to where you sense a portal, and you sense it underneath. Like essentially, like let's just say the floor is like this thick. You sense it like right here in the floor, below Bob Redondo's box.
Barbara's got a box, and he's got a
Wait,
portal.
wait,
in
wait!
the box.
You know how? Are we talking like a box, like a viewing box, like rich people get at
Yeah.
like hockey games or football games?
Yeah, like a viewing
Interesting.
box. So we've been calling it an office.
It's
There
a-
is an, but he mainly hangs out in the viewing box. He does give you the prize in the office if you win, but he hangs out in the viewing box if he's there, which he is.
Interesting.
So
You guys
Wallace is going
Up
to.
and immediately, what's up?
Well, I
Sorry.
was just gonna say Wallace is promptly going to let everybody else know. So it's not just me.
Wait. It would I'm connected. How does awakened mind work? Can
Awakened
he
mind, you
communicate
just have
with
to-
me if I'm nearby?
I allowed that.
Okay, cool. I very
You
much.
just have
appreciate
to you just have to previously set up a connection, which you already have.
that. Yeah. So you let me know. I let everyone else know.
Yeah.
No one in the room sees.
So yeah, like you guys hit the bright light, you look, and as your eyes start adjusting, immediately there are 3 Goliaths at the entrance. And they just, one of them standing in the center of the pathway, the other 2 are standing next to him, completely blocking it off. And they're like, all right, we're asking for weapons if you have any.
Oh, hold on. I got another.
And they just hold out their hands.
I don't think I have a weapon. I have my walking staff. Here, in character. I have a staff that helps me walk, but would you construe that as a weapon? Should I give this to you? Would you assign me an
Oh.
individual to help me lean on?
Roll me persuasion.
Okay.
I guess deception, actually, because you are straight up
Oh
lying.
yeah, no,
to them.
I'm perfectly capable of walking.
Yeah, so roll deception.
All right, now let me see, because I think I get advantage on deception.
Cathara sighs and then starts just emptying daggers and different weapons into their hands.
Yeah, they're used. They just start taking your weapons. Cluck, they immediately notice your battle axe and they ask for it.
Wallace is like, I don't have any weapons. But let me tell you, when I got this prosthetic arm, it was pretty expensive. Cost me a whole arm and a leg for it, but I was able to bargain.
And I would definitely hand
What?
over my longsword for sure.
You have both your legs, Wallace.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
no,
able to
roll me-
bargain.
Roll me a performance again, not advantage.
Okay, so I'm not. All right, so it is just a
It's a
deception.
15.
15,
Mm-hmm.
not bad.
I rolled a natural one,
5 dance.
so they
Mm.
take my staff.
So you don't have advantage, you said?
I don't have advantage.
I mean, you got an inspiration from a roleplay you did in the 3rd episode.
Oh, does that mean I get advantage? Is that how
You
that works?
Yes, you can use an inspiration to gain advantage.
Taking my inspiration because that nat one
Oh,
sucks. No fucking way. Let's go. 27.
He rolled on a die 15, so that was 16 altogether. So yeah,
Oh my
27.
God.
Nice.
Okay,
You beat him
hold
by
on.
10.
Hold on, Jamie, when we hit a total of level 5, did we get our feats?
Yeah, you guys
Right?
should have already gotten your feats, I believe. Just making sure.
I was just trying to remember, because I didn't have it
Yeah.
in my online character.
It's a total of level 5, and I know you're multi-classing, so you're just gonna have to keep track of that.
Yeah. Did we start with a feat as well, or is it just the one we got
Yes.
at level 5?
You started with a feat.
Okay, so I have Bountiful Luck and Lucky, right?
Yes. I believe
So
that's what you
don't
said.
waste your inspiration. Just re-roll that.
I rolled a 19 on the die, which puts it at a 27.
Okay. So
Oh wait,
there you go.
plus another 2. Plus another
So
2.
29.
So 29.
29. That's really good. So yeah, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, mate. I didn't mean to take that from you. You can keep it. I understand old men do need walking sticks.
Oh,
You know,
appreciate
culturally different are old or killed. I apologize.
that. Oh, they're killed. Sorry.
And then he is going to start patting everyone down. So, did anyone hide any weapons? I don't need to fully roll
All I have
checks if
is a
no one
staff.
hit anything. The staff.
I mean, I have my magic item, but it's currently my
It's-
hair.
Yeah, it's a
thing.
hairpin.
I do have a magic item, the cloak I wear.
The
I don't
cloak,
know, the cloak of protection.
cloak is a cloak of protection. You can't use that to attack.
Cool.
They're gonna, they're leaving you with your shields because if you get attacked, they want you to be I want you to defend yourself. But if they're attacking you, they don't want you to be able to fight back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Clef-
just handing over my only thing. I'm handing over the only thing I have, which would be just my longsword. So I would
Yeah, your
definitely hand it
longsword.
over because I have an unarmed weapon, so I'm good.
Yeah, I don't think you could prison pocket a longsword.
No, but I do
Yeah.
have talons, so talons are
Yeah,
good enough.
Exactly. So it's so funny that Bo Pepe is the best at hiding weapons. Full on pulling a Gandalf.
Yeah,
actually.
Right? I'm old and feeble. I'm
You wouldn't
soft
separate
like
a man from his
dumpling.
walking stick.
Woo.
Like a
I'm
dumpling,
soft
right?
and plump like a dumpling. All right, so we're gonna continue forward as they just step out of the way, and it is set up very well. Immediately as you walk in, there's a really nice fancy bar to your right, and there's the betting booth to your left. I mixed that up, but whatever. Booth to the right. What is it called? Bar to the left.
Yeah.
You guys have to go to the betting booth first, but let me just describe the scene. There are these large lights, and like you guys went down for a hot minute. So when you walk out, it's this huge, like stadium-sized cavern. Like it takes up like multiple buildings in the area. If the whole block were to sink, it would fill this up, right? There's a large stage in the center that's about 30 by 30, just so people can like go on either side if they want, tag team, that sort of thing. And at that point, it's like raised up on a platform that drops about 40 feet, goes out another 30, and then straight up into the seats. Very much like the fighting ring in Avatar: The Last Airbender. The one where they find the boulder.
Yeah, the boulder is conflicted.
Boulder is
Yeah.
conflicted.
Very much exactly.
The boulder is no longer conflicted on his feeling.
Exactly, yeah. So and then jutting out from the stage itself is the ref. The ref seems to be on a flump, which is a like octopus-like ethereal creature that can fly. So he floats above the match, keeping everything going. In little like huts jutting off from the stage are the healers, the clerics, whatever they need to fix the fight, stop the fight. You know. Posted every about 45 feet. Jesus, bug guy. Posted about every 45 feet is a guard. They range from Goliaths to halflings, but they all seem relatively tough. I'd say if like one of you went up against one of them, you'd win. Right? But if one of you went up against 5 of them, that'd be a little scary. Right? Well, not a little. That would be pretty scary if it was 1 against 5. I'm not going to say exactly like if you guys could take the whole room on. That's for you to find out if you want to.
No later.
Yeah, and then there are the seats, and they're filled, and everyone here is on like the seats themselves have like the best like this like nice tanned leather that's super comfortable. They all recline. There are people walking around in like skimpy outfits, men and women, and ladies and gentle thems and all that, carrying around drinks and snacks and just serving things up. The people there, the drinks are not free, but the snacks are. You can have as many snacks as you want. You know, the people there are clearly very affluent. A couple of you guys see like a couple of the like the police officers
Yeah.
that you went to the police station.
Yeah.
You see like the chief of the police like walking up to Redondo's box, that sort of thing. And it's just, this place is very full of affluent people. You see some people from Bertalgan's mob here, just enjoying themselves some good.
Wait, Bertalgan's mob?
Yeah, you recognize them.
Yeah.
But they seem very well hidden.
That's super interesting. Okay.
You guys would realize, because these are like some of his staff, like in his house that you've seen, that no one else sees them, other than the people who have been in his house. Clearly they are, I guess, undercover, you could say. Not making sure you do your job, but there in case you need help.
Ah, all right. You sent us in backup. What a cool dude. W. Bertalgan.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, you guys start walking in, and immediately you hear "Hun, at the booth. You gotta come to the booth." You guys turn, and there's the man at the booth. You see him. He's got like a bunch of checkboards and a lot of papers just kind of laid out, and he's like filing stuff. And he's by himself, but you see like two mage hands helping him out. He's like, hey, how's it going?
Wallace walks up and is like, he puts his arm, his prosthetic, on the counter there, and he kind of leans in and he's like, I found some pretty cheap prosthetic arms on the black market. Gotta love secondhand sellers. And I drop 100 gold on the counter and I'm like, that's for Mr. Silver.
Did you say secondhand sellers?
Oh my god.
That's really funny.
A+.
Really funny. It took me like 2 seconds, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna remake like a small arms dealer joke.
Me performance disadvantage.
Hey, 100%, my friend. Beautiful.
Why are you making all the charisma checks tonight?
Well, I didn't just now. I rolled an 8.
He said he was gonna.
You at advantage? You got an 8 at advantage?
I rolled a 6 and a 9, and I have a -1 on charisma.
Oh my god. Okay.
To you, and he's like, good joke.
Damn, and I walk away.
And he's like, you know how betting works, right? Like, if you bet on the person that everyone bets on, you're just gonna like get your normal money back, yeah? You don't want to take no risks, none of you?
I'll certainly be
Wait,
taking
actually,
risks. I'd like to know you.
Two Nose Tim. What's his name? Is that his name? Is that his name? Yeah.
No one's betted on Tunos Tim in a while.
That's my boy.
Right.
He's got it tonight.
Right.
He's got it tonight.
I hate to do this to you as the DM, but do you have a sheet of individuals with stats? Bet odds.
I do have the betting odds.
Okay, so who would be like second or third place?
So it does bet for fights, right? Per fight, and you are coming in as the newbies are going in.
Okay, so who's fighting now, right? Like
Yes. So the current fights are let me grab their names really quick.
So if we lose, there's a potential. If we don't bet on the winner, we leave this arena right now because we have to keep betting per fight.
It's gonna be a few minutes, but yeah.
Okay, so we all have to win our bet to continue staying in here past this first match. So we're either banking that we get pulled into the box now, or we leave 100 gold less and have to explain to Bertalgan we lost his money and did not achieve our goal.
Do we have to bet on this first match, or can we bet on one later in the night?
You have to bet every match.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Rip Two Nose Tim. I'll be back for you.
We have to bet 100 every match.
I mean, you have to bet this 100 to get in, and then with the next matches, I guess you don't need to, but you do need to start with the 100.
Okay.
Kind of like an ante.
We have change because we didn't bring in Billy at least.
True.
Yeah.
We've got 95 gold because I'm at 10 gold. I just took it out of my pocket to buy my drink.
Yeah.
I can technically supplement that a little bit.
Can I roll a charisma check to ask the doorman or gentleman taking our bets who he personally thinks is going to win?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll persuasion, but depending on your roll, talk to me. What do you say?
Now, as a gambling man myself, I've never been here. I'd love to know who you think personally, rather than statistically, is going to win. If you know someone's taking steroids or something like that, I sure would appreciate it if you revealed something like that to a little old me, and I slide him a gold piece.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
Okay. This dice done. I rolled a natural one.
You're still within 30 feet if you re-roll it.
Oh no.
Big preach. We're not using that dice anymore. We're going to use the green die now.
Just
Yeah,
shake
bounce
it
to
my
luck,
eyes.
right?
15 plus 7, so 22?
Plus 7. Did you add your the drunkenness to it?
Yeah, otherwise it would be a plus. Oh wait, you're right. It's plus 8 plus 2, so 25 would be the roll.
25. Yeah, he rolled a 19. So he glances at you and he's like, he's gonna slide the gold piece back. He's like,
Oh shit, yeah.
if you give me a quarter of your winnings, I'll tell you.
You got yourself a deal, young man.
All right, so everyone's voting Ruinar. He's a big half-orc, scary guy. He's full of rage and anger, right? For me, I'm rooting for Daylor. Daylor's he doesn't seem very big or strong, but he's got a robe on, right? He's a dwarf, and they're stocky motherfuckers.
I like the way you think, and I give him my 100 gold.
He'll take it, and he'll write down,
Actually, I'm gonna throw in my 100 my own personal 10 gold pieces. This puts me at 0 gold, but 110 gold.
110. Okay, so yeah, he writes down your name for Daylor, and he puts a little star next to it.
Perfect.
You're right. Who else are y'all rooting for?
And I would telepathically communicate this to the group that Daylor is who I'm betting on and why I'm betting on him.
Oh, heck
I'll go
yeah.
with the same.
Walk
So
up.
y'all root for Daylor?
That's right.
Oh, absolutely.
We're
Okay,
all
guy-
in on Daylor. If he loses, we all lose the 100 gold ahead.
But if we
Actually, you know what?
if you put all of your 100 in and then get kicked out, then it's better that we all get kicked out, and then instead of we getting split up because one person.
That's
voted
fair.
different.
No, you right. Don't split the party.
Okay. He tells one guy to root on Daylor, and without any words, you all vote Daylor, and he's like, okay. Well, he seems a little upset by that. he's like, all right.
We all kind of just were following Bo. Like,
Yeah, I mean it's my entourage.
Yeah.
And he has no idea that he telepathically communicated it, so.
he just thought
Yeah,
we all
he-
saw Bo do it.
He watched him say it to him, and then was like, "Here you go." And then we walked up as he watched Bo Peep kind of just step to the side, and I'll be like, "All right, Daylor, Daylor, Daylor," and he's just
Yeah.
kind of like, "Are you kidding? What?"
He's like, come on. But yeah, you guys step out. You guys step out into the main ring, right? The top ring of all the seats, and you see the current fight is the half orc that he was talking about, Runar, versus a Famrel, which is a slender high elf. Now the high elf is like trying to dodge and get him like a grapple and stuff, but Raynor is just like grabs the elf from off of his back and pulls a full on like Avengers Hulk and just slams the dude into the ground about 3 times, then picks him up by his hair and knocks him so hard he flies about 5 feet off the edge of the ring. And Raynor turns around and you see a bloodshot eye, and you can tell he's raging. As he's like roaring at the crowd, and the crowd's like, "Yeah, my money, woo!" Like they're getting their money back. And then on the other half of the ring, you do see Daylor fighting Ire, and Ire is an Aarakocra. He's a toucan Aarakocra. So he runs in and he slashes and then hits Daelor with his beak. Daelor doesn't dodge. Daelor doesn't get out of the way. He just fucking eats it. And then starts walking forward. And then the dude punches him a few more times. Again, he just fucking eats the punches. And you see him wave his hands. And who would know this? Cluck, I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
All right.
Because you would have seen this before.
Perception. That is a nat 20.
Damn. You see, like, he takes like a deep breath, and you notice he kind of has like not a barrier, but like an emanating like key off of him. He's very in control of his own energy as he like spins around in a circle, and you see him punch this guy like 4 times in the span of about 2 seconds, and the dude stiffens and just the other kind of like wipes his nose and then just walks over to the healers for a little bit of healing as you see some blood coming out. Clearly he got hit, but you know, if you take him down in 3 seconds, getting hit doesn't really matter. As he's just like getting.
Can I just say that this little thing that you do is my immediate sign for flurry of blows? This man is a monk 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I was thinking stunning strike on that one, honestly.
Wait. So is Daelor the guy we bet on?
Yeah.
So the guy we bet on just went down?
No, Daelor whooped ass. Daelor was the one.
Oh, we bet on the monk. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing is like you bet on the group, someone in the group, and it's, you know, it's like playing a Smash Bros tournament.
Yeah.
You fight more than one person, and you get eliminated.
This is pools.
Yeah. Exactly, it's pools. And so like if he gets eliminated, then you guys lose your money, right? But like he'll have to be beaten like 3 times for that to happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, round robin pools. I like that.
Yep.
Okay.
There's 2 fights happening at the same time on stage. As you get to the higher levels, it'll be a single fight because there's more time.
Mm-hmm.
But for 2 fights, there's like a small, like, essentially like a tennis court, you know? And the entire time, Daelor and Runar are staring at each other. It's like even while fighting other people, they'll like knock the person to the ground. Runar will like bite the dude's face off or whatever, and then he'll just like fucking like look at Daelor with like blood pouring from his face, and Daelor will just very calmly just.
I like Daelor. Put our money on the good guy.
So yeah. Their fight starts and they start going. People are starting to get eliminated, and clearly because they're the 2 that were bet on the most at this point, you see some people getting up and leaving because they're frustrated that their character got eliminated. I mean, not character, but their
fighter.
Their fighter, thank you, got
Their
eliminated and stuff like that. But like yeah, start going and they start getting closer and closer and closer. And as you're reaching their fight, you know, what are you guys doing during this time? Are you guys just watching the fights? Are you getting a little bit extra to drink? Bo, remember, you are like
I'm not drinking
tasting
anymore.
every sight. Yeah, you are sitting there like the person, like there's this like sweaty like
I can taste
there's this
his
like
sweat.
Yeah, there's this like sweaty Fjordborg next to you, and you're sitting there like yeah.
Woo.
But yeah, so are you guys just watching the fights? Are you guys looking around?
Oh,
I think I would be looking around.
I am being perceptive.
Yeah, if we have 2 people doing perception checks, I'm not gonna make the check with them then.
So I will say either 2 people or 1 person with advantage. Roll me a perception check.
Who has our highest perception in the group?
I think I said I had a +6 on it earlier. Yeah.
Do you want to make the perception checks?
I can make the perception checks.
There any
I'd
other
be way
checks
better off
going
the
on?
book.
Anything?
I mean, I'm still gonna roll one just for looking around the bar, just or wherever we are, just kind of scoping the area out, see if there's any trouble brewing.
Well, so if we're doing, because Deej will get it at advantage if you don't make a perception check, and Deej has the highest stat of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I would say Deej does it at advantage
like
rather than
I will
any of
I will
us
let
doing
you guys look around with your passive perceptions for sure. But Deej is the one rolling for this one.
Okay,
For like
so
the active perception.
with the +6, I rolled a 19, and I think I'm looking at kind of the area around, what's this guy's name? His like booth, and his like looking for entrances and people coming in and going, and just kind of getting a feel for
Any way to get under the stage, maybe?
Yeah, any kind
I
of.
want to see there. I want to know.
Or
if they
under
keep
the
you
skybox, sorry.
Too.
Say again?
I didn't hear what you said, Ainsley.
I want to know how they're responding to my presence. If I'm being ignored.
Yeah. So if Deej wants to look at all of that, the check will be a little higher because it's looking at a bunch of things instead of something specific. But with that 19, you did pass. So you kind of like you're like, yeah, cheering on the fight and like glancing around and just checking. And if you ever look at the booth, Redondo's like leaning against the railing, you know, with like a glass, and you guys recognize it was the liquid that you were drinking before, except he has a full pint of it. And he's like kind of leaning over, taking sips, and he's like, "Hi," rooting people on, and his person loses, and you see him fucking throw his glass into the crowd and shit. And he's like, "No, what the fuck, Raynor? What the fuck, man? You were supposed to be my boy, god damn it!" You know, stuff like that. You know, he's really into this. He's like someone if their favorite sports team was like their entire personality. Right? That's how he's acting right now. But then someone in the booth will he's like someone in the booth will talk to him and immediately he'll be like, "Oh yeah," and you see him like immediately switch to business mode as he like slicks his hair back and he starts talking very low, very like seductive tone, I guess would be the way to say it. Very much like luring them in. You can tell that with your 19 that he's very, very much a con man. Very beau, if I could say. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Luring
He's
people
the face
in.
man.
Yeah. He's very much the face man for his own operations. And he'll be talking, and then you'll see a small
Which is why he stays
little,
drunk.
Exactly. So you see a small little like kobold like climbing up the bottom of his box, and the kobold will climb in through the railing, and he'll look at the kobold and be like, you know, like you can't really see what he's saying. He's like, he grabs him and gives him a big hug and a pat, and you know, and the kobold whispers something in his ear, and he's like, and looks directly at you. At Katara, yeah. But then he notices that because were you like stealthily looking around?
I mean, not really.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he kind of like nods and he looks at the party and he notices that you're looking at him, so he just looks directly at you and he's like,
"All right." Wallace waves, and he says something that he can't understand because he's too far away. But in Wallace's heart, he knows he made another prosthetic joke that nobody will ever hear or understand.
Actually, tell me the joke.
Yeah, I want to hear the joke.
Yes.
You're gonna keep throwing him out. You got to keep telling him.
Okay, but you guys aren't gonna get this one.
Nope.
What do you call a guy with a prosthetic rubber toe? Roberto. Hey, there it is!
Yell that out, and really, you don't like. He's not going to hear you over the roar of the crowd and everyone. But you know, he's looking directly at you, and you yell that out. And roll me a performance check with advantage.
Oh no! Does he have the observant feat? So he does know what you just said.
I rolled an 18.
As a businessman, you got to be observant.
18?
An 18.
Let's
He
go.
looks, and uproariously, he slams his hand on the table, and he's like, you know, and he's like beckoning you to come on up.
Wallace stops. He's like stunned for a moment. He's like, "Okay, let's do this." And he gets everybody together. He's like, "All right, let's go, guys."
Respect for telling the joke, by the way. That was really good.
Yeah, A+. A+.
So you guys start working your way up there, right? Takes it a little bit. Walking through people, you walk up to the guards, and the guards are like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And you hear from behind, it's like, "Hey, I told him to come on in. Just tell him to get in, you know? Bring him up. And you guys walk up, and he's sitting there, and there are these, you walk in, like, face to the back of the box, right? And you see what you couldn't see from the crowd. It is the size of, like an entire apartment. there's a few people up here, not just a single one. There's a few. They're all talking and drinking and like playing pool and shit as this is going on. You see like the mayor of the city. You see like literally like the most prominent people in the entire city here, except for Brotelgan.
Wait. Is Cathara's dad here right now?
So you see what you weren't able to see from the area, from the group of people. And you see 3 chairs. One of the chairs is empty and turned around as like the center chair is empty and turned around as Bob comes up and he's like, "Oh my goodness, it's so fun to see you." That's the wrong voice. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Like, hey, it's so fun to like see you guys. That was a really funny joke. Hey, Cathara, how's it been? It's been a few years. I haven't seen you.
I haven't been in town.
At least not. I mean, I also haven't seen you since I fucking like split off. It's great to see you. It's wonderful to see you. I got some people I'd like you to meet. He's gonna snap. And the two walls, you see like a sheet of metal come out of them and close off behind you, cutting yourself off from the rest of the box office.
No.
He's like, "Hey, turn around." And turning around in the chairs is going to be a halfling who looks very similar to Cathara. And you see, coming up from his collar, these large burn scars that cover the bottom right corner of his face, and some coming down from on top. You realize he's bald.
Oh,
yeah, he looks like that.
Never mind, he's bald. Never mind. Hold on, I can fix this.
No need. But yeah, you see he's like bald. Some of the fire spread to where his hair is. So instead of just growing it over that like a comb over, he just went bald.
Smart.
And he turns around and clearly kind of hard to speak with the burn scars and skin grafts and stuff. He's like, "It's nice to see you again."
Hi.
He's gonna nod, he's gonna stand up. And this man he carries himself with the confidence of someone much taller than he is. As he stands up, even though he's 3'2", to you guys, he feels like he's your height. Just like from the vibe you get as he stands up. The other chair turns around. What'd you say?
I said, so he's me. I'm short
he's
to carry
you.
myself with the confidence of a man much taller.
Of a much taller man, yeah. So as he stands up, turning around in the other chair, you see a halfling woman in like a long green dress. And she's like, "Oh, my sweet darling baby, oh my goodness, it's so lovely to see you." And she'll rush over and she'll hug Cathara and like start giving her like kisses all over her face. And she's like, "Oh my goodness, it's been so long. Where have you been? Your father, he hasn't really said much since he's been in the hospital in that fire. I thought you might have been caught. Is like everything okay? Are you doing okay, honey?" Completely ignoring everyone else in the room.
She starts up with that whole like the mom smothering thing, and Cathara's, Mom, stop it.
She's like, no, I haven't seen my baby in like a year. I just want to make sure you're okay.
I'm fine.
Okay, just making sure. Oh, sorry, I'm interrupting your dad's big scary thing. My bad, let me get out of the way.
Your dad's big scary thing.
And she'll run over and she turns around. She's like, "I bet on Law, so that's who I'm rooting for. Hope you guys rooted for him too. He's very, very, very affluent."
Who did she say she was rooting for?
Daylor.
Okay, yeah, we bet the same. It would seem great minds think alike.
Oh,
at least I did.
Jeez. Trust me, darling, I'm much too old for you.
Ma'am, I'm nearly 100.
Oh, you're my age. Oh my god.
I don't know about that. You seem a bit younger than myself, but
immediately, like at that point, Tara's dad's gonna be like, "Stop it."
Is that at me or her? At me? Okay.
The audacity of this man.
I mean no
appreciate
ill will. It's a compliment, I assure
I do
you.
appreciate the compliments towards my wife. I really do.
It's a sign of
But don't
respect.
take 'em
I
too
mean
far,
no ill
okay?
will. I assure you. I haven't been in that place in a long time. I'm old. I'm human, as you can tell.
Just check. Either way, you got more pressing matters than my wife wanting another bed partner.
Take off my hat, bow my head. I go, I assure you. We
And
can
he's-
continue business as usual, so.
He's gonna turn towards Cluck and Cathar. He's like, I have reflected on what I had done, and it was an act of desperation in a trying time. Cathara, I shouldn't have done that. What I did to you. And I'd like to apologize.
She squints, and I'm making an insight check.
Make an insight check.
Insight. I don't have advantage on that. If someone wants to give her advantage, I don't have it.
Yeah, so yeah, to give advantage, you at least need proficiency.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency, which is why I was throwing it to the behest of our crew here.
Nope. Nope.
Well,
Oof.
just a basic roll then.
I
Nope.
got
Yep.
a 17.
Let's go.
17.
Oh, thank God.
Far as you can tell, he does seem genuine. He does seem sincerely apologetic, and from what he said, he was genuine about how he was scared. So he acted rashly, as he said. No, I know it's not something you can just forgive me for. I understand. But I would appreciate it if we could continue building a relationship. If that's okay with you.
You're gonna kind of be starting from scratch.
And that I understand. But as we are starting from scratch, me and Mr. Dondo have some a business to talk to you about. Now, as much as it hurts me to talk, I'll have Mr. Redondo talk for me.
In everybody's head during this moment, you guys hear, are we changing sides?
We shall see.
So,
Something tells me that either way, Protalgan isn't letting us out of this alive.
Well, the way I see it,
Yeah, we've got several days like input. Like as long as we like keep him updated as like a what do you call it? Like a inside man for the inside man type of beat. As long as we're like, hey, we just need some more time. We're still working on getting in. Like he doesn't necessarily know that we are changing sides if that's what we choose to do.
we were sent here to cripple somebody, so it's very much one of those things of we're gonna piss one side off or the other.
Can I also
That is very true.
just say
We need to open options.
We should try to play both sides of it.
Absolutely.
So you think we could go back to Bertalgan and say, look, we didn't cripple the guy, but we got an in.
Yeah, kind of. I sort of.
Maybe not in. Yeah, maybe just
as a-
not in that exact phrase.
As a
this
ruthless
mental
businessman
conversation is going on a pretty long time.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right.
like for mental conversations, if you want it to be like split instances, I'd say each of you get a couple sentences in. But otherwise, you all are kind of like glancing at each other, like, you know.
Yeah.
Can I?
So Redondo can he so as he points you over to Redondo, you look over and Redondo's coming up from the table like, oh yeah. Let's fucking talk about it. What were you gonna say, Deej?
I was just gonna make the connection that Cathara's father with his burn marks sounds an awful lot like a certain space stepdad from a certain 2014 hit movie with a big blue man with a very big head.
Big fat liar. Sorry, old reference. um, but yeah, he stands up from doing whatever he was doing on the table. He's like, yeah, let's fucking talk about it. So come here. I'm gonna invite you all to sit at the table. And he's like, here's the thing. You have a choice. I'm gonna put that in quotes. You have a choice, right? None of us like you. He's gonna point at Cluck. None of us. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I remember you made me some money, so I do kind of like you. But these other two, they hate you. In fact, there's a lot of convincing for me to get him not to kill you on the spot, because he would. All right? Okay.
Yeah, I think Cluck would just nod at that. Yeah.
Lot of finaglings coming into this to keep you guys alive. So just listen. At least listen to my prospects. Now I assume Bertalgan sent you here to do something, right? My man at the police station told me. A couple of you guys followed. You remember him? You talked to him about that Leviathan business, yeah?
Yeah, he knew we were working for Bertalgan. You've got a good man.
No, not at the time. He had no idea, but he did have you followed when you heard the call of Leviathan.
We weren't working for Bertalgan then, but yeah, you've got a good man.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you know something about the pool?
All you have to do is pay them more than the other people.
Makes sense. I can understand that.
And for me, money's no issue. Like I'm about to say, if you guys do what you're gonna do for me, 300 gold each. How's that sound? Sound good? And
I'm not agreeing to anything until I hear it.
I'm just saying. 300 gold each, and your freedom. Because Bertalgan ain't gonna give you that. As you know, I've had some run-ins. I've had some people in there. Let me guess. You owe him a favor. But you've done a lot for him already, yeah? Enough that...
Rather astute of you, yeah.
Enough that he probably should have let you go, yeah?
Well, I'm not entirely certain on the details. Cluck seems to be in a lot of trouble with everybody.
That was me. He did that exact same thing to me. And I didn't get out until I left. He just kept taking and taking and taking. Ain't nothing I could do to get out of my debt. Right? So, that's what he is. That's what he does. Now, maybe he might upgrade you to paying you, but you still can't leave the city. You still can't do what you're doing. And besides, you're looking for the cult of Leviathan, yeah? From what I heard, a couple of his men have been visiting the church where they're posted up. What does that mean? I don't know. But I do know that that's a little suspicious, right? I'm not making any conjectures. I mean, I shouldn't say. I'm making very much conjectures. I'm making educated guesses, you could say.
This is out loud. Not in anyone's head. Were we actually interested in the cult of Leviathan other than protecting that town we were passing through?
Never
that
mind.
is what we were told to do, but...
Oh, right. That was our initial... Yeah, we were doing a favor. So yeah, no, we do have interest in the cult of Leviathan.
No, okay. Just because I remember you asking about it. If you don't, then that's fine.
No,
I just remember you asking about it.
You seem to be on the money.
Wallace puts his hand on the guy's shoulder and is like, not brother, that's out of character. Sir, justice calls. And if you can help us with that, we may just be able to help you.
You put your hand on his shoulder, he's gonna be like, don't fucking touch me.
Whoop.
Yeah, bad choice there.
Yep.
And roll me a wisdom save.
Oh no.
DC 16.
Does not meet. Is below.
Does not meet. So you are essentially under the spell of frightened. As you just see, like, Like, for some reason, your eyes, the shadows, like, change as he glances at you, and he's like, "Don't you fucking touch me, mate.
Ooh.
We don't do that."
Ooh.
But only him. Only him. He's like, "All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. My bad. Got a little serious." He takes another shot. He's like, "Oh, my bad." Continuing on. Now, that's about as far as I know. You guys seemed interested when you came in town, and I know you haven't really... I don't know if you've done much about it yet. I just know you asked about missing individuals. But there's been a lot of them. Again, I've got some guys in the police force. There's been a lot of them.
Yeah, Bertalgan seems to have men going missing. It is Bertalgan's group with the hand tattoo, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Now, is that Leviathan's men, or is Bertalgan taking out his own individuals? Because I suspected Bertalgan was killing his own men.
Well, I'm not sure. But if you're expecting he's killing his own men, and he's talking to the cult of Leviathan, that feels like a little suspicious.
What is he
When-
talking to the cult of Leviathan?
Well, like I said, a few of his men are visiting the church whenever
Now
some of
that
the
is
Leviathan people are
interesting.
there. Yeah, and now I'm not gonna say that I know the guy well. I met him.
Neither do we.
He is hungry for power. I don't know if you could tell that.
Oh, absolutely. It's plainly apparent.
Plainly, very. I don't know his full-blown plans, but I don't think he's gonna stop at this town.
Oh, no,
Personally.
certainly not.
Personally,
He
yeah.
struck me as a country individual, if not world. Now, I'm not sure he's dumb enough to go for the world, but he does strike me as dull enough to try to take over a country.
Hey, question. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
When he mentions Bertalgan's men going missing and like Bertalgan potentially taking out his own men, can I look at Cathara's dad's response to that?
Sure. Yeah. Roll insight.
I think I like Cathara's cousin more than Bertalgan. He's an information dealer, which means he's clever.
22.
22. From his face, you can tell that he's giving you all the information he knows. He has no idea exactly what's going on. He just knows that Bertalgan's planning something big.
Cathara's gonna look at her dad and be like, "Do you have a part in those men going missing?"
I don't know much, but I personally have no affiliation with missing men. Unless you mean maybe a couple of guys that I put underneath the ground. Not me personally, but turf wars. Things have been brewing since you did your thing, you could say. Things have been brewing. People have been dying, turf wars, that whole thing, but it seems like Bertalgan's planning something big. Something that I didn't expect. Big enough that he's rallying forces from outside the city, even his enemy's daughter. I don't know exactly, but I don't like the prospects for me.
Would you pardon me for the briefest of moments? I'd like to see if I could speak to an otherworldly being about more information. Should I receive anything, I would gladly pass it along. I just may look a little otherworldly myself while it happens. I can do it in the room here.
Yeah, I mean,
I pray.
I look otherworldly all the time. No religion.
Cool.
DC 10. You've
So
communicated
I
with
rolled
your
a
god.
19 on the die.
Wow.
I don't have anything in religion. What is religion off of?
Religion is off of intelligence, I believe.
So flat 19. Yeah.
Flat 19?
Mhm.
Okay. So you turn around, you start meditating. Immediately, you guys see like the shadows in the room like get darker, and you see like his body like start getting engulfed a little bit. This is different than your normal one. You succeeded this by a lot.
Cool.
You open your eyes, and You're seeing through someone else's looking up at the box. And almost as if they're your thoughts. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Which side should we be on for this, so I can serve you faithfully?
I've already gotten what I needed from them.
So our side is different.
Is a bloodbath if you get the chance. I've given. That's. I don't know if you can tell. Dondo isn't that smart of a man. He seems smart. He's very charismatic. I'll agree. He's like you. A pawn. He doesn't know he's a pawn. And that's the most dangerous kind, isn't it? A pawn that believes they're fucking important. If you want to press him, you'll figure out that he does have a supplier of information, but it's me. You don't gotta worry about that. Pick whichever you want. I will tell you. Whatever causes more pain. That's my favorite. He's like, so if you feel like you want to make Vertalgan suffer, go for it. Sounds fun to me. If you want to make Dondo feel a little less charming, also fine.
I appreciate that very much. It's good to hear from you, by the way.
And you see, like, he kind of like, and since you're kind of looking through, like, eyes, like they're your own, you blink and you can, you see that you're seeing through the floor.
Oh, so I see the portal?
You see the portal, and you see yourself standing there surrounded by shadow. And you've never seen yourself praying before. You understand why Billy was scared. You're like, your head's tilted back, your eyes are rolled, and the shadows are like pouring into your eyes. And he's like, just be careful. I still have history for you.
So long as anyone gets the staff, we're good to go.
And you're back standing in your in the booth.
All right.
And Dondo's like, yo, what the fuck was that?
Dondo, it would seem your information is good. Things are brewing, and a war is going to start. I would say our best solution is to just fight.
Just fight? Okay. Okay, I got a plan then. Oh my god, that's... I didn't expect you to just jump in like that. Okay. Got a couple of things. He's gonna hold out a small device. Then a box, wrapped up. You can't see it. I want you to place this underneath or near Bortalgan's dinner table. It's not gonna kill him. It might incapacitate him long enough for you guys to do something. But I want him dead.
Okay. Bertalgan eats meals with his child present, correct?
And?
I am not killing a child.
Well, then figure something out.
How exactly does the device work if I'm to abide by my crew? I suppose...
You take it,
yeah.
You put it somewhere, and it has a sending stone on top. Take that sending stone, pump some magic into it, device activates.
Alright.
Now, he's a problem, but so is Timothy Litwit.
Litwit's clearly an issue, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want to get them both in the same...
I imagine we die if we get them both in the same room.
Yeah, but you might want to get them both in the same effect.
What effect?
How big is the area of effect of this device? You say pump it with magic. What exactly am I doing? Am I setting off a bomb, or am I poisoning their food?
You have a... It's a very nice spell of mine.
Walk me through it.
It'll start out small, invisible, pour out, but as it reaches their lungs, they're gonna start coughing. They're gonna start dying. It's a little spell called Cloud Kill. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
All right, and is this indiscriminate? Everybody in the room dies.
Everyone in the area.
I'm gonna be in the area when it happens to be able to do this.
You don't have to be.
To pump magic into it to be there. I have to be there, right?
Sending stone. Long
Oh,
distance.
so all right. Now I see where you're getting at. I like the way you think. All right.
It should fill his house. If you get the chance.
Whole house. That's quite the area of effect. Now, are you sending in men after the fact, or are we fighting solo? Because that seems to be the MO lately, is everyone wants us to die for their cause.
Well, I mean, die for a cause, die by our hands, right? Kind of how
It
it
wouldn't be the
works.
first time my dad has sent me into a situation in which I was expected to be killed.
No. I don't expect you to die. I want you to take him out, and this will help you do that.
She's just. I think she's put together at this
No.
point. But, like.
By long distance, it's not like a few miles. Just with any spell, you have to at least be able to see where it's casting. Now, whether you use telescope or something, I don't know.
All right. So if we have eyes on the area, we're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
We
You have
could
to.
be.
You have to be within a 200 feet. No, 160 feet. Let me check the spell really quick. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're not talking. I could be 300 millimeter to 800 millimeter lens, half a mile away.
No, we're not talking that. Specifically, we are talking.
We could play in everybody's head. Just quick note: we're not going to have a conversation about it, but we could play both sides and try to get out.
I think that is our option here.
I think that's our
Yeah.
best option.
The
Yeah, no
fog.
doubts
Yeah.
on that.
So you need to be within 120 feet of it.
All right, 120 feet. That's fairly close.
It is fairly close. I understand that's a problem, but you still need to get in there and fight him. I'll give you all masks so you're immune.
Is that like rooftop next door close?
Like rooftop next door close, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he
Now,
have a
I
bomb?
know you guys know where he lives. My informant never told me where he lives.
We are aware of that, yeah. Oh, I'd tell him where he lives.
Immediately, he's like, oh, damn, that's appreciated. That's very appreciated.
A show of good faith, friend.
Now, here's the thing. I expect you guys to win. But, if you don't, we do have some resurrection spells on our side in case you really want to come back. But, if I bring you back like that, I'm gonna take at least 100 of your gold. Is that okay?
Now, you don't have to bring me back. My death is irrelevant. Always has been. I'm happy to die for a cause. Just make sure my staff makes it to one of my followers so they can continue my work.
Religious man. I respect it.
I'm better off in the afterlife.
So I feel like those two have been talking. Cathara's staring down her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, your dad's looking directly back at you, just silent.
Oh God!
This is the most
This-
awkward conversation. You can cut this tension with a knife.
Oh my God! It's too salty to be butter. Unfortunately, it's oh God.
But what is Wallace doing right now?
Wallace is like shaking. He is frightened. He's shaking in the corner right now. He's literally sitting there in
That-
his chair, like.
Sorry. No, you're not like oh my God, I'm so scared of this guy. You're just like aware that he is dangerous.
No, he's terrified. He's shaking in the corner.
Oh
Okay.
God. Yeah, Cluck and Walls don't normally shake, so this is a problem.
This is my element. I'm ear to ear right now.
No?
Oh, that makes one. That makes one.
If you want to do it tonight, you can.
I'd need you to play dead. Get word out that we finished the job, if
Oh,
you will.
God.
We were sent here to kill you.
He'll back up and he's like, I got your word as a deal. You gonna help me?
You got our word. You help us. You play dead. We get in. We get the job
He'll
done.
stand up on his box and goes, let's have some fun. As he like sends out like a burst of light and spells, poof, and he flies 10 feet off the box
All
of the
right.
office.
He's a showman.
Boosh, he hits the stairs and he rolls down the stairs, pops off the edge, and falls down the little divot that's on either side of the stage with a loud thud. 1 second, honey.
That
Give me a
crying in the
second.
background is the audience that's watching it happening.
That was the audience. They are.
Should have asked about the
There you
portal.
go.
Should have figured out where that went. We could have used that if we knew where that
I
was
mean,
going.
we don't want to use the portal though, right? This is a show now. We want to make it look like we're leaving the building in a
That's-
big ruckus. I can say this without the DM here, because it's player side. We'll let the DM know after the fact.
Absolutely.
I would let you guys know what my god said to me. Like, hey, I was kind of instructed to let some chaos reign here. Are we cool to play that out?
I'm gonna be honest. If you had said
Oh,
that,
so down.
Wallace's immediate response would have been, "I don't want to fight this guy. I'm low key terrified. Let's work with the guy for a little bit."
Cool. So you're on my side for
Mhm.
the excellent.
Yeah, no, and I think I would be on your side because I'm like, yeah, like you would. I think you would know just from the look on my face that I'd be like, yo, yeah, I'm the one who did
We're
that to his
deep
face.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm the
I
one
mean,
who
they
did
said
that to
when we
his
walked
face.
in. They said that when
Yeah.
we walked in. They were like, "You're a
Yeah.
dead man." Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like they straight up were like not playing any games when I walked into that room. Like,
and
at
I would word it
all.
as my god said our best way of getting out of this is we let some chaos reign, because that's it.
100%. I'm so down because like there's a reason I've been so quiet this entire session is because of the situation that we are in.
You were in enemy grounds this entire arc. Like,
Yeah, no, everybody wants to kill me right now. Every single person that is around me, aside from you guys and surprisingly Cathara, do not want to kill me. That is it.
So full transparency, I let the group know that my god said the only way we get out of this is causing some chaos. Like,
Works.
telepathically.
As
threw
this
that
chaos
message
is
out.
going on, Bugs, do you want to look at where your god was looking from?
Sure. After 100%, I would try to see like who my god was in the crowd.
You look over. Roll me a perception check.
Hey, let's go. Don't fail me now, green die. Perception. Perception is off wisdom or intelligence? Wisdom. 13.
13. So you glance over and you're looking around and you see a familiar face in the crowd looking at you. And this is the first time you see this face show emotion. Because the last few times you've talked to him, he seemed very deadpan and not really caring. As you glance over and see Renard in the crowd,
Hey, let's go.
staring up at you. He's gonna nod. He's
I
gonna
nod
stand
back.
up, and as he turns, you're just gonna see him just disappear.
Cool. Hot.
Yep. For those of you who don't remember who Renard is,
The cook.
Renard
No.
was the right-hand man to Lord Drago.
Oh, Magic
Cormac
Bananas.
is the
Okay.
cook.
Cormac is the
and-
cook. Right.
Cormac is the
Yeah,
cook, yeah. And if you guys, for those of you, I know most of you haven't, but for those of you who are listening, have listened to our backstories, right? Something happened in Bugsy's backstory that kind of tipped y'all off. So if you want to go listen to that, go ahead. I believe it's okay if the players do now as well.
They all know at this point.
They all know at this point.
Do you?
Okay, then I'm gonna listen to it because I've been literally holding my ear to keep away from it because you guys told me to, and it has been such a struggle since I know it is right at the tip of my fingertips.
I mean, you'll get some spoilers, but not. I trust you guys to not metagame.
James.
oh no, never. I would never.
I mean, I accidentally listened to that one spot of the podcast that I was supposed to skip, so.
Cathara!
James, do
It
you
was
remember
an
when you?
accident. I forgot.
Sorry, Deej, what's up?
Do you remember when you asked me that question after that one session? You said you'd give me one guess and you'd say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Is it this god in the form of this guy, this cook?
You kind of You kind of took too long, my guy.
It's definitely a yes.
It's you're not allowed to wait a month and ask.
You're not allowed to wait a month and then ask. It's not even a month. It's been like 2.
Look, no, listen. In my defense, we literally had to deal with snow the whole drive home.
That's true.
Listen, in my
That's
defense,
true.
I was busy watching
That's
you try to
true.
not kill us all.
That's true. It was pretty tough. I couldn't see the road. Okay, so yeah. So immediately the entire place like looks up at you guys and they start pulling out like you see like some of them starting to cast fireball, some of them pulling out like flintlock pistols and shit like that.
I looked at Cathara's dad. Best exit that isn't the portal underneath here.
And he looks at you and he's like,
Best exit that isn't the portal underneath here.
and he's going to like clap his hands as he's like getting ready to like fight you guys, right? For the bit.
Yeah.
And he runs forward and he swings an axe, and it just barely catches the edge of your cane as you hold it up, and they realize the cane is a weapon, right? And he leans in and he's like, behind this sheet of metal, behind the bookcase, go.
Appreciate you.
Hit me
Kiss
with a
him on the
spell
cheek.
now.
Hit him with a spell.
What spell do you hit him with? Also,
what?
the reason why I made it so flashy for Redondo, is because you
Yeah.
rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does Friends have like a would people see me casting a spell if I cast Friends?
No, you can tell he's asking you to damage him.
Well, but like, you know,
Oh, can
people
I please?
know.
Can I please?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you
I
like go to
hope
cast
it-
friends, and you just straight up like guiding bolt. Yeah, roll to hit. You have advantage because he is absolutely letting you hit him.
Sorry about this.
I'm not.
Okay, could I use my Eldritch Invocation to help a brother out?
Yeah, absolutely.
So give him a.
Nice.
Let me pull up my. See what that spell does real quick, because I know it's extra health.
Is it false life?
Yeah, it's false life.
And how much damage do you do, Ainsley?
12.
12? Okay. So at that point, I think he only takes like 6 damage.
Cool.
Either way, 12 wouldn't kill him either.
I'd show good
he
faith,
gets-
right?
He gets and he gets knocked over. He's like, "Ah!" And he hits the ground, standing up. He's like, "Ah!" Making it a play that like his burn marks are acting up. And the
Yeah.
mom goes, "No, what are we gonna do? Oh my goodness!" And she like smirks. And you see her cast fireball on the stairs.
We head out the bookshelf. Metal.
Did I know that my mom had that?
No, this is the first time you've seen your mom cast spells.
Holy shit! What
Oh,
a
good
badass.
lord.
And it's a spell level. It has to be 5th level to cast.
We would have died had we fought here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks. No effing thanks.
I mean, no. Maybe no. We'll see. You guys could have won. There's both of these fights. If you end up getting into one of the fights,
Yeah.
you can win. They're not unwinnable. They're just the boss fight of this arc. So
Makes sense.
yeah,
So we leave.
yeah.
So
You guys
it's like
dash out the back. Like the staircase is crumbling as like a Goliath starts like throwing some of the smaller people up there. You guys close the wardrobe and you hear a bunch of people inside like, "Oh, they went that way, go that way. Oh my goodness, Redondo's down." And you guys, you're out of there. You're fucking sprinting.
Who's the stealthiest of us? Who's gonna make the best sleight of hand check?
Oh.
I give Cathara the poison module.
Oi, we all know Cluck is the stealthiest one in the group.
Clearly.
Sure. Yeah, you guys burst out of a small like thin stone wall into the middle of the sewers. You guys glance up, you climb out of one of the manholes, and you look behind you, and there's like a people are like starting to be like closed off in the freaking area, and you see Billy just kind of sprinting from the bar like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I'll explain later, Billy, but we should just move quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. He tried his best. stealth check to see if he was followed. Damn, that's an 18, Billy.
Let's go, Billy.
Yeah, Billy he saw the alarm off and he dived. He'll tell you later, but he dived out of a window into a rose bush, rolled out of the rose bush, and then just rolled off the property.
God, I love Billy.
he's level 1. He's freaking out. He's like, go. Oh, that's right. He is level 2 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's level 2. He's just like, go, get out of here.
I'm gonna help the party lose its tail. And I'm gonna lead them through that.
Yeah, it works. Roll me a stealth check. I'll give you advantage because everyone's helping you out.
I got a 26.
26. Okay. Damn. Yeah, you. And where are you going? You're going to Brotalgans to do this tonight?
I mean, we're going to Protalgans. I don't
Okay.
necessarily think it to be tonight.
Either way, you're going to Brotalgans.
Oh, do we leave the thing there tonight,
I was
or do
thinking
we
plant it now and then come back to it? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How small is this? Is this like something that would get noticed? I don't know if we could plant it tonight.
On me?
I'll let you make the decision.
I mean, it would be late enough at night that, if you guys are concerned about his daughter and wife being downstairs, they'd be asleep at this point.
Yeah, but everyone in the house goes down, don't they?
I want to try and find a time that the wife and daughter are out of the house.
We would get the most chaos tonight, and my god said, if we cause chaos in the streets, it's a good bet on us.
Yeah,
we could try to get the daughter out at the very least while we're doing this.
Yeah, you currently have 2 mobs freaking out right now. Because one mob, their leaders got fought, and then the second mob, their leader is dead, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the 2 other major powers in the city are now turning their eyes to Brotalgun.
So if we do this, we probably get back up tonight. We just got to make sure the daughter gets out if that's how your character would want to play it.
But
let's try it.
Let's go.
Wallace also doesn't like any of these guys, so any kind of chicanery we can pull on these guys, let's do it.
Yeah, I say we do this tonight. It causes an all-out war.
You guys make it to Brotalgan's house pretty quick.
Okay.
With that 26, no one follows you. No one knows what's going on.
Oh shit!
And
maybe we should have gone.
It's at this point that everyone's being like, well, if both of our leaders were attacked, then it must be the third one.
Yeah.
Right. It's at this point that they're starting to realize and really starting to be like, oh, this goes down. It's like they're really getting into it.
So send it. Yeah, we head in. We Cathara plants the bomb. Who's getting the kid out? Because Bo Peep honestly doesn't care.
Yeah. With that 26, you guys make it inside. The doors swing open. You guys sneak over and start planting the bomb and shit, right? So you guys are currently in. If you guys want to be in the main foyer, because we'll fill up the whole house, that's also fine. If you want to fucking throw it through a window and light it, that's also good.
Billy to meet me at the church. I don't want him to die here.
I'm gonna say
Billy's like, yeah, of course.
Wallace should get.
Are we gonna leave town right after?
Is the church on our way out? Could we hit the church leaving and pick up my followers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I'm gonna say that Wallace should be the one to grab the kid, because Wallace can grab the kid, bolt out the window, drop off the kid somewhere safe, and then come back from a rooftop from a vantage point and do his funny sniper thing.
You're our man. Gnissen.
Bless you.
Okay.
All right, so Wallace is our firefighter. I go in. You want me to tell Bertalgan we got the job done and shit's hit the fan? We probably got followed.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So you walk into the front door, and he's sitting there on the foyer.
Yeah,
he sees you walk in. He's like, "Oh, welcome back. A little early. What's news?"
We killed all the crime bosses just now. There's probably an angry mob. We did our best to get away, but this is the only safe place I know.
He's gonna laugh. He's gonna be like, "Really?" Let them come. And he's gonna stand up, and you're gonna see like his muscles flex and like kind of like push his suit out a little bit. He's like, ugh. Without them, this is gonna be the easiest fight of my life.
Then let's do this, Captain.
That was a good cutscene. I really like that cutscene.
Yeah, roll me a deception check.
Okay. I rolled a 10. Can I use my inspiration? It would have been a 20, but...
Yeah, you can use your inspiration.
All right, they're 24.
24. Yeah, so he's gonna stand up. He's gonna be like, I mean, hey.
Can I give him a use of my lucky real quick?
Sure. Go ahead. Are you within 30 feet? Did you go with him into the house? Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, because she was planting the bomb.
And okay, so who's active in the foyer? Bo, Cathara, Cluck,
I believe so, because I wouldn't leave Cathara's side at this point.
and is Wallace already scaling the side of the building?
Literally, yeah. Yep, just kind of hanging out.
Okay.
So
I'm
I
giving
rolled an
lucky.
18 on the dice.
So that would make it a
18
28.
on the dice. Nice.
Because I'm
Falcon's
still
like,
getting
huh.
the +2, right?
At this point, because of all the running, I'd say it's probably worn off.
Okay, so it would be a 26.
He's like, oh, that's amazing. You killed all 3 of them yourself.
Had some help from my patron, if you will.
So what are you saying about Wallace not being there? He's like, so where's Wallace?
Well, I got help from a patron, but I'm fairly certain Wallace was felled in that encounter. We had to get out because there was quite the ruckus. It was not a quiet scene. They recognized Cathara, brought us in. We did our best to fell her father. We may or may not have killed him. I'm fairly certain he's deceased, if not gravely injured. But we had to get out, so I wasn't able to double tap, if you will.
I understand. Well, I appreciate it. And if you're here to fight with me, 1,000 gold is yours. Because I'm about to own this fucking city.
No gold needed, friend. We got this together. If you have our back, we have yours.
Cool. He'll like put his hand on your shoulder and he'll be like, brother in arms.
Brother
I like it.
Oh god, I'm the biggest piece of shit.
Cathara, are you planting the device now? Because I would like you to roll another stealth check since it's not a party stealth check.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Would you get advantage since I'm being the face man?
You can get advantage. Wallace, roll me a intelligence and then a dex save. Or athletics. Save? I say athletics.
Yikes.
Sorry, he's scaling a wall. So athletics.
Oh, okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn another lucky.
Let's go.
Okay. That's a 24.
Okay.
I assume I just got caught.
So yeah, you start sneaking away. And actually, Deej, what is that intelligence check for me?
That was a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so now you know where the kids' room is.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me the dex to make sure you're able to like scale up and shit like that.
I have the most sinking feeling. I get
23.
23.
That's bad.
Okay.
I
You
don't
open the
trust this
kid's door.
at all.
Right, you open the kid's door. She's asleep in her bed, just napping.
Can I just like hang from the windowsill until I know the bomb has gone off? I'm not trying to break into the window and then alert Talgan beforehand.
Absolutely, that works.
Actually, I look mad suspicious. Can I sneak into the room and just kind of hang out in the corner?
Stealth. You can roll stealth.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I look mad suspicious.
Jesus Christ, I think that's another dirty 20. Nope, it's an 18.
Nice. 18? Okay, that's pretty good. So yeah, you hide in the corner waiting for the bomb to go off. Cathara, you go to set the bomb. Where are you setting it?
Not far away.
Sure.
Probably in this room.
Okay, yeah, you can just kind of like stick it to the bottom of a what is it called? Of like one of the side tables they have for like guests who are sitting in the main foyer, right? You do that, and he goes, "What the fuck was that?"
I guess we pump the bomb.
We set it off right now.
Cool, you guys put on your masks, and he's like, "Wait a second." The entire house fills with this green smoke, and you guys got your goggles on, you got your masks on, and you're fine. Deej, you grab Elaine, I assume, and you just jump out the window with her, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just. How close is the next building over? Can I?
It's like a suburban neighborhood, so there's yards in between.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hop down.
Okay, roll me athletics with advantage.
Yeah, but.
Oh, no, a regular athletics, I'd say.
It was a 5. Oh, athletics.
Mhm.
It was a 12.
12. Okay, so you grab her and she screams and she's fighting you, and you guys see the poison damage hit Protalgan, and he goes, "What do you fucking think you're doing?"
Oh shit.
As monks at a certain level get immunity to poison. And he goes, "Oh, fuck," and then he hears Elaine scream. Sorry, not Elaine. Elaine's the wife. He hears Celine scream. Celine! And he immediately is going to use his bonus action to dash and his action to dash. Because monks have Step of the Wind.
Yeah, they do.
So he is up the stairs and down the hallway in about 4 seconds. Deej, you're like halfway climbing out the room when the door bursts open and Cloudkill rolls in. What do you do?
Well, I've still got the kid who's not protected, so I still am going out the window.
That's
if
fine,
I see
yeah.
him, if I see him, I'm like, "I'm saving your kid. Please hold."
That's fine. So yeah, you climb down, you step on the ground, and you start to run. Monks have slow fall. He just jumps out the window and lands next to you.
No, and he's not even in the bomb.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
I mean, the bomb didn't matter anyway. He's immune.
Bomb did not matter.
No, it didn't.
My
But
cousin's an idiot.
And he's gonna snag. Well, I mean, his cousin was fed bad information on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
My god didn't say that to me, bastard.
You're a pawn. You're a pawn. Why does he care about that?
Yeah.
You're a pawn.
He literally told you you were a pawn. You're a pawn.
Oh,
You
sweet
You
lord.
don't want to lose your pawn. You want your pawn to take
Yeah.
the king.
So he is going to attempt to snatch her from your hands. You resist.
I literally am not going to fight back on that.
So yeah, he grabs her and he starts checking her over for wounds, and he is much more concerned with her than he is on you right now.
Great, I'm gonna. He's way faster than I am. Holy shit.
Kind of
I'm gonna do the funny thing. I'm gonna start climbing up.
Climbing up the house. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh god,
Uh,
monks can climb.
Oh shit. Okay.
At a certain level, they
Nope,
can.
new game
I'm
plan.
not going to tell you what level he's at.
New game plan. What is
Are we
the?
all still telepathically connected?
Yeah.
Is there a window back into the house?
I say
Like on the first floor?
It
now
would
that I'm
be
on the
through
floor?
me.
run while he's distracted and try to make it into my family's territory.
I was gonna say there's a portal in his like dining room. Like, it's not a
Oh,
good look,
shit.
and I don't want to fight him.
No, we hit the portal. I think that's the best bet. I'm with Deej on this one. I think we hit the portal because there's no way we outrun
Yeah,
the dawn.
if he's
Yeah.
checking his
No,
daughter, I'm
100%.
jumping to the closest window back inside and then moving towards the.
You guys quickly have this mental thing, and then you hear some coughing and a thud upstairs.
Oh, we killed the wife.
And
I
you
feel
see
less bad
Bertalden
about
go.
that. She's an adult.
He stops, and he looks up at DJ jumping in through the window. And he's gonna put his daughter down. And be like, Elaine? I'm sorry, Celine. I need you to get into the warehouse. He's be like, okay. And she'll run into a bush. Deej, you're inside at this point. You all are rushing to dying left and right. Timothy Litwit like sees you guys running, and he's like, his gun wavering,
Wallace is like, "You a
Collapse.
bitch," and then keeps running.
and collapse on the ground.
Wait, he collapsed?
Yeah.
Wait, we're talking collapsed?
No,
No.
Timothy Litwit.
Oh, okay.
Down at you. And you guys start running. And you guys make it into the kitchen. And Deej, I assume you do the portal sense again.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize it's in the freezer.
Let's go.
And you guys start running that direction. And then you hear a and he breaks the wall. And you realize his white suit is now in tatters. You see like veins bulging on his head that are bursting. As you see foaming at his mouth, and he looks at you. And for the first time, he would say, 15 years, he rages. And we'll start the fight next time.
Fucking monk barbarian guy.
Thank you, dear listener, for tuning into this week's episode of The Puking Lizard. I hope you have enjoyed your time here as much as I did making it for you. A quick thank you to everyone that allowed us to use their music, such as Sound Pulsar, Free Groove, Albingo, Nature's Eye, Praz Canal, and Grand_Project. Remember to look at our other projects on Patreon, such as Lizard Quizzer, our after-game talk show that releases once every 2 episodes, which means the newest one will be releasing 2 weeks from now. Kenna's Ghibli-based campaign, Earthstone and Magic, came out with its 3rd episode last week, as well as Bugsy's Guide to the Lovecraftian Hunt, a Bloodborne-inspired campaign, which will be releasing its 2nd episode next week. Both will be released in between episodes of the free podcast, giving our Patreon listeners something to look forward to every single week. It's only $5, so please indulge our other 2 DMs for their wonderful and amazing content. Exciting things are happening, including that the next episode of The Puking Lizard will be coming out on April 6th. So tune in and remember to check out our socials. We are known as The Puking Lizard on TikTok and Instagram, and we will also be on Twitch as pukinglizardtwitch, for which we will be able to stream our sessions the week before they come out, every Friday at 6:30. Now, times may change as work schedules change, but tune in and follow our socials so you know. And whilst all this is very exciting, we must not forget the most important thing. Always wash behind your ears. Thank you for tuning in.